What's up, lifers? What's up, lifers? What's up, lifers? It's Dave Life. It's Dave Life, and you are watching Dave Life After Dark, episode number 255. Dave Life After Dark, episode number 255. The student and teacher relationship. The student and teacher relationship. Listen, y'all, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us tonight. So I want to say thank you. And I want to start this off like we always do, the right way. Heavenly Father, have your way, Lord. Father, I pray that you would speak to your people. Father, I pray less of me and more of you. I pray, Lord God, that you would increase and I would decrease tonight. Help us have a wonderful conversation. Help us to enlighten, entertain, and inform the people and prepare us just to hear from you. Thank you for everything that you've done for us this week. Forgive us for all of our sins that we've committed by both commission and omission. Be with us and keep us. We ask you for all these things in Jesus' name. Amen, amen, and amen. What's up, y'all? What's up, brothers? Hey, man, we back. I appreciate y'all. Hold on. Let me see. Check 1, 2. Can y'all hear me? Michelle, you can hear me? All right, cool. So, Jasmine, you can't hear me. All right, okay. I got you. We're going to do that. Let's bring it down a little bit. There it is. I got it. I'll bring the music down. Jasmine, can you hear me now? Okay. I see people coming in the green room. You know what? We have some special guests tonight. It's been a long week, man. Thank you for everybody joining. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us tonight. Again, if you want to support Dave Life After Dark, let me get this right. Want to support Dave Life After Dark and Dave Life TV, you can hit us on Cash App at $ Dave Life TV. Hit us on Cash App at $ Dave Life TV, or you can hit us on Venmo at Dave Life. We're live. Thank you for everybody that's watching via YouTube. Thank you for everybody that's watching via Instagram. And thank you for everybody that's watching via Facebook. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube, and we're about to go live on Instagram as we speak. Let me see who's in the comments, y'all. I want to bring up some of my guest panelists. Okay. All right, bet. Hey, here's what I want y'all to do. I want you to share the live. I want you guys to make sure that you share the live. Let everyone know that Dave Life After Dark is live. And I think what I want to do is bring up a few people, some of my guest panelists. I see someone rocking some shades. I know she's lived in Chicago before. I believe she lived in Texas for a little bit. And now she's down still in the Southwest out there in Arizona, I think. All right. Come on up to the show. This is the host of Inside the Drinker Studio, Michelle F. What's up, Michelle?
Hi. Yeah.
What's up, Michelle? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
You good? Let me see. I'm trying to get my theme music. Let me get the mood music back up. All right, it's fading now. It's gonna come back up. All right, bet. Michelle, how's your week?
Tired, stressful. Moving sucks.
Moving sucks. Yeah, I can understand that. But guess what? You are in a new place. You're becoming a new thing with your spouse. Y'all are doing something new out there. So you know what? New things take perseverance. You got to go ahead and go through the change. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, patience.
So it can be stressful. I understand it. Hey, somebody said you got some nice shades.
Oh, thank you. He bought it for me.
You see the comment down there at the bottom?
Yeah. Thanks, baby.
Nice. All right, I see another friend of mine in the building. My brother from another mother. He also rocking some shades. He is officially, like me, a white beard. Come on up to the stage, my man, Big Corey G. What's up, big dog?
Hello, brother. What's going on? Hey, Michelle, how are you?
Hey.
What's up with you, man?
Well, I can't call it work. Staying busy, trying to stay healthy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, Corey, you've been working for a little bit because we ain't seen you in a. Well, you were here last week, I think. Right?
Yeah. No, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. How is work going, man? It's going all right?
It's going all right. I'll be back on the road next week.
Okay. All right.
I'll be in Utah.
Okay. Cool. Man, a lot has gone on this week. Today, we're going to discuss the student and teacher relationship. The student and teacher relationship. But before we get into the student and teacher relationship, I want to bring up a special guest. This is someone. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I got one more of my panelists in the building. Let me put the music back on because I don't want
Oh
her to
yeah.
I don't want her to feel left out. You know, Auntie might feel a little left out. All right, come on. Come on to the stage. This is my everybody calling the auntie of the show is my friend, the video lady 18. Come on, Yvette. What's up, Yvette?
Hello, everyone.
How you doing?
I'm feeling great, but I'm here.
Oh no, what's wrong? You got a cold?
Just exhausted. You just exhausted to like no end.
Yeah, I can understand that. Okay, well, I'm glad you made it. Hope that you feel better. Hopefully we can give you some good energy, some positive energy heading your way.
That's why I showed up.
Oh, okay. Hey, somebody in the green room, they got their computer working. Give me a thumbs up. Green room. Oh, okay. She ready? All right, come on up to the stage. Her name it rhymes with Sarah. This is Kara. What's going on, Kara?
Hello, I apologize.
It's okay. It's okay. It's been, you know what? It's one of them evenings. Last week was similar, and sometimes you just gotta stay the course. That was the name of the episode last week was Stay the Course. And we just discussed like persevering. So Kara, thank you for persevering and staying the course this week. I appreciate you.
I had to figure it out without your help. Jesus help me.
Right. The technology. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? It's all good. It's working out. Okay. Now look, y'all, we have a special guest in the building. This is a young lady who I met on the Vibe Tribe with Trail a few months back. Maybe it was even in 2023 last year. This young lady, let me make sure I give her a proper introduction. This young lady is a woman of many testimonies. She loves God dearly. She's completed a master's degree in social work. And she is a purpose life coach. She's the author of now 3 books. She's currently working on her 3rd one, or she actually just finished her 3rd one. And if I'm not mistaken, it just dropped yesterday, her 3rd book. The first book is called Becoming It, Your Divine Self. It's helping individuals love themselves, find their purpose in life, build confidence in who they are, and heal from trauma. She's a personal chef with a cookbook called Good as Hell. Good as Hell. Okay. We're going to have to hear more about that one. Good as Hell. Okay. And that one is dedicated to her late brother, Carlos Hale. And she'll mention that. Rest in peace to her brother, Carlos. And her mission for her brand, Becoming It, is to help inspire, uplift, encourage, and heal the community. She takes pride in inspiring others to keep the faith and to never stop dreaming. She pushes the message to not let hard times get you down, but for you to get to it. All right. So this is the author of Becoming It, and her name is Jasmine Merritt. Welcome to the stage, Jasmine.
What
an introduction. Thank you so much, Dave.
Absolutely. Let me bring Jasmine to the front of the congregation as Charlemagne would have said. Jasmine, just really quick, and everyone's still here, they're just watching. Really quick, Jasmine, I know you wanted to be on the show and discuss your book and give us about a 2 to 3 minute understanding of how you came up with the brand Becoming It. Tell us about your late brother, rest in peace, and the cookbook, and then about your new book. So go ahead and talk to us for about 2 or 3 minutes.
Yes. Well, first and foremost, thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to be here. Becoming It became it once I started to heal from trauma. I've been through a lot of things in life, so I knew I had to do the work within. And so as soon as I started doing the work, I just heard God's voice, and God was like leading me to produce something that helped me get through what I was going through. So I do have my book here, Becoming It, Your Divine Self. This is the book. This is a self-help workbook though. So this is my first book that I published, and it's a self-help workbook. I have like over 120 different activities in here, and it's literally helping the world. Like everybody that has it has a testimony that it's changed their life in some way. And so that's like the full circle for me. I'm just so grateful that God used me as the vessel. And that's how Becoming It Your Divine Self came about. The Good as Hell cookbook came about. Once I published this book, my brother was like, you need to create a cookbook. Now, growing up, y'all, I was always the cook in the house. So, like, I gets down, right? So he like, you need to cook, you need to come up with a cookbook. And when he passed, I was just like, oh, I got to do this for him. And so I named it after him. And every time somebody eat my food, it's always, that was good as hell. So I had to name it after him and then after the saying that everybody tells me. So that's how the Good as Hell came about. And then the third book that I just published called Becoming It, Messages from God, is literally that. It's messages from God. It's inspiring messages that's going to help encourage you to keep going, to keep thriving for your goals, your dreams, because you can have them. And sometimes we get lost in the sauce. So that's where I come in at. And that's what Becoming It stands for.
Okay, Becoming It. I really appreciate that and that understanding of your book and everything. And what I appreciate most is a young entrepreneur that's willing to talk about what inspired you to write the cookbook and the passing of your brother and everything. And I love that you honor him with your book, and I love that you're cooking and eating healthy. Yes, absolutely, that you're cooking and eating healthy. And I love the fact that you've now done a third book. Sometimes it's hard to get that first thing out there. It's hard to press forward, and then sometimes we press forward and stop. So I'm glad that you're continuing to do that. And so I know that there's people that are watching. Let me see. How can people follow you if they need to reach you, Jasmine? If they need to
Oh,
follow your
yeah,
book
of
or reach you
course. Well, I have a
online?
website. You can go to my website, becomingit.org, or you can follow me on Instagram, becomingit_your divine self.
Becoming It _ your divine selves. Let me see.
Yes.
Hold on. So if they go to www.becomingit.org, they can find that.
Yes.
Okay.
They can find everything. I have everything on there.
There it is. Becomingit.org. Okay. Man, we appreciate that.
That's amazing. Thank you.
All right. So Jasmine, you're gonna stay with us. You're gonna stay with us. Don't go nowhere. You're not off the hook that easy. I know we said, okay, let's talk about what you got going on. But now we can talk about what's going on over here. So guys, thank you for joining everyone. And tell a friend that we're live. If you're on Instagram, you can follow us on YouTube. Come on over here to YouTube. I appreciate you guys. And you can follow us over here. All right. The topic that we're discussing tonight, you guys, is this one. The topic is the student and the teacher relationship. The student and teacher relationship. And I thought that this would be something good to discuss because there's a lot of things that are happening in today's world between students and teachers. We have all been students. We are all teachers in some capacity. And so what I want to know from everyone that's watching is what are some of the things that you guys have seen or heard about student teacher relationships? Let me start with Corey. I know that your mom's a teacher, just like my mom's a teacher. So Big Corey G, what should be the student teacher relationship? How about that? What should be the student teacher relationship, Corey?
It should be a person of service. This is what they do. They serve the community. They serve when the parents are not there. It's a service of trust and community, and to help the student learn and to be a better person. To educate the educators. There are a lot of things uh, that teachers do that they don't have to do, but they do it because they love their position. But
Uh-huh.
it's just they're educators. They're a service to the community. Um, that's how I feel that they are. My 90% of my family are teachers.
Okay. Yeah.
90%,
Mm-hmm.
like from doctors um, of education to just a regular. My brother's he's a kindergarten teacher. He's a
Mm-hmm.
male kindergarten teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Let me rephrase that. A black male kindergarten teacher.
That means he going through some special stuff with them kids.
Exactly. And that's the thing. He teaches 5-year-olds. He
Mm-hmm.
teaches kids that are just transitioning from usually from a home setting or a daycare setting to learn how to cope with school and not being around their parents. So he is the first person a child sees away from their parent.
Mm-hmm. I'm
That's
telling
his
my
job.
Instagrammers to come on over to YouTube. If you're on Instagram, go to YouTube, type in Dave Life TV, and you can get the full experience. Make sure you guys come on over here because you're missing a good show. All right. So I heard educator. I heard it's a lot of things that teachers do that they don't get credit for.
Yeah.
What else to someone else? What else to someone else that's watching? What's the role of a teacher? I see Kara smirking.
I can say what it's not.
You can say what it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What isn't a teacher?
A hair model.
Wait a minute. What? Why you pick hair model? Why you pick hair model?
Because you don't become an educator to have your students do your hair.
Oh, you jumping straight to the. I missed it. Okay. Let me give you some horns on that one. All right. So teachers are not models. They're not hair models. You didn't become a teacher to have the kids do your hair. You jumped ahead, but you know what? I like it. You jumped ahead because this is what the discussion is about tonight. The discussion is about what are teachers. Go ahead, Big Dog. What's up, Corey?
So, but teachers aren't bus drivers either, are they? So they take kids to schools as well. Take kids home. They do a lot of things that are extracurricular. That
Are you talking about how your mom took me to? Hey, what's up,
Hi.
Sophie? Sophie,
I'm
that girl.
making faces like, let me up. I'm here.
You already
Hi,
there.
everyone. Hi,
What's
Michelle.
up, Sophie?
hey, Sophie.
Hey, Corey. Hey, Kara.
Hey.
Girl.
Hello.
Sophie, Jasmine, Sophie. You missed the intro. This is Jasmine. She's the author of a book, and we discussed it. So welcome to the stage.
I'm
All
also
right.
speaking from the perspective that my mother was an educator, right?
Okay.
So, and I understand Corey mentioned teachers aren't bus drivers. Absolutely not. But that's at least related to the educational experience, right?
Mhm.
They have to get there. They shouldn't have to, right? But them doing your hair, how does that relate?
So, did you have some schools back in the day that had cosmetology as part of their curriculum as well?
But that wasn't that class.
I know, and I feel like, I didn't have a problem with it because he has a relationship with them children, those kids, and they've probably done it before, and you have, it's different relationship. At least what? At least they ain't fighting in the classroom and showing video. I
I
mean,
hear you, but the issue that I have is, and that young man didn't seem like he had any ill intent, but if you don't have boundaries and standards across the board, then people who are looking to groom and take advantage of children can slip through the cracks.
but when is it okay? So
It's not.
what you're
That's
so
what I'm
it's never
saying.
so it's never okay.
For your students to be doing your hair, I do not believe so. That's my stance, period.
Okay.
I don't believe in any exceptions.
Sophie had her hand up. What's up, Sophie?
Hey, okay. Regarding the topic, and I think I may have missed everyone going over like their backgrounds. I worked for the YMCA for 7 years as a single person with no children. I've been a stepmother, and then I have my own biological children. So I understand that there may be lots of different mind frames in all of that. When I was a YMCA director, didn't have any kids, you couldn't tell me nothing. You couldn't tell me that I didn't love those kids as if they were my own. You couldn't tell me nothing when I had a stepchild and the different dynamics that came with. Now that I have my own children, the mindset's a bit different. In the situation pertaining to the gentleman who is having his students take his hair down after listening to the clip that was shared, after viewing it and looking at the relationship that he has with the children and the parents. I think in this situation, it is a bond that he has clearly created with the children that has been approved by the parents. I have yet to have heard any backlash from the board of from the state that he works with, or if he's been fired, if they found anything wrong with it. I think in this situation, he has a healthy relationship with the children. I agree with Corey. They're not fighting. They're actually, it's a bond. It's like it's a bonding situation. It's on camera. Not saying that everything you do on camera makes it okay, but I would just say that it looks like he has really a community. And I would throw it out there. If it was a female having a bunch of her female students taking down her hair, what would that look like? But sticking to the topic, it's a male, and he appears to be a heterosexual male, and in some cases that may matter for those in the back. And those are my thoughts. So
may
that's
I
just
ask a
what I'm
question
thinking.
with that? So if it's okay for this particular teacher,
Mhm.
what about the creepy guy down the hall who wants to do the same thing?
For the creepy down the hall, it would be the same exact scenario. There would be looking at the relationship, looking at the parents' feedback, because we can't think or know what's going on in someone's head. He could be a creeper. He very well could be a creeper, but parents are not complaining. The school hasn't. It's recorded. It is a fine line that he chose to take. And I think in this situation, it's okay. There's always going to be someone that's going to have ill intent or maybe trying to groom. If that happens 10 years later, we will have this video to show that, oh, this is what he was doing. And in this case, with this young man, I see no fault in him, unless something has happened where they found something, he's got child porn on his laptop or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I've had some wonderful teachers that actually, to keep it a buck, I fix children's hair. When these Black and brown children came to school on picture day and her hair was pressed out and
Mm-hmm.
now it's puffy, I was the one that was smoothing up the edges, retwisting braids,
But hold on, Sophie.
fixing hair.
Let me ask you a question. You're a woman and you were doing girls' hair, right?
Boys' hair too.
Okay.
Yeah, but were
Boys'
they
hair
your
too.
teachers?
Excuse me?
Were they your teachers?
Were they my teachers? No,
Yeah.
I was the teacher.
Oh.
I was the teacher.
My concern
Yeah,
though
I think
is
there's a big boundary there that was crossed. I don't care. If I was a mother of one of those girls, I'll be like, aren't you supposed to be learning? Aren't you supposed to be studying? Why are you doing this?
No, in this case, no. Because you said it was after school. It was after a break. I'm not sure if we all listened but it was afterwards.
Exactly. I don't think I listened to the whole thing.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
did listen to the whole clip, but what I'm saying, my concern remains the same. And I get everybody's going to have different opinions, but
Yeah.
when you allow one person and you're saying, oh, it's okay if this person does it, then you open the door for
else.
somebody with ill intent. There's going to be a little bit more of an intimate relationship there, and it can become inappropriate.
Okay. Or it can be.
But I also think that sometimes you have to reach. Every person is every individual is different. Every child is different, and we have to reach them differently. So some kids may need that because they don't get it at home, or some kids may need a type of stimulation, and we're not. And I think adults tend to take everything out of context sometimes. I know we're supposed to be the protector of our kids, but as adults, we tend to look at the world as so ugly all the
Perverted.
time. There is some beauty in this world. There is some good in this world. There are some people that are doing good things, trying to reach our kids, trying to be there for our kids, because sometimes the parents are not. Sometimes the parents are not paying attention. So you have this teacher who's doing good. And again, it's on camera. It is in front of everybody's face. And I'm talking about this situation. Sophie,
Right.
like yourself, I too worked for the YMCA once, twice actually. And I did an after school program and I ran up one here in Florida. And I remember, and it was the saddest thing ever, but we were told we couldn't hug the kids, we couldn't, touch them or anything like that. But now, the saddest thing in the world is there was a kid, and this stayed with me, who just went through a divorce. Mom lived right across the street from the school. So every time we went outside on the playground, this kid with Alan would just sit and stare at his mommy's house that he can no longer go to because of custody. So me being the person that I am, I did everything in my power to reach him, to finally get him to start playing and not focusing on mom. But it took months of, doing something different. Then there was another kid who actually was just a little bully. He was just a little bad little boy, like he just always needed attention. So I tend to get down dirty and wrestle with him, but I was reprimanded not to do that. But that's how I reached him in order for him to respect me and others, because he had no respect for nobody. So you have to reach kids differently. And sometimes we always look at, somebody's going to be the perv. Yeah, we know we got pervs out there, but that's why, putting it on camera, you from that at this point. Now, like you said, 10 years later, you might find out differently, but 10 years later, you might find out it was because he was so kind and understanding with the girls. He created a father figure for them. Because again, a lot of us don't have fathers in the household. So
All right, so let me jump in.
Another aspect. I'm just saying.
Let me jump in before I go to you, Corey, because I want to give the clip its appropriate amount of I guess shine. Let's actually I'm going to go to the clip and play it. This is from this brother's Instagram, his TikTok, and I believe Spiritual Word picked it up. So let me just play it from where it is, and we'll just listen to it.
To look presentable, so I didn't take my hair out. I didn't have the time to do it all myself because it would have taken me forever. So naturally, I asked about 4 or 5 of my over 100 best friends to assist me in taking my hair out, and they all agreed. Number 2, this was at the end of class. Let's go ahead and stir the pot a little, shall we? Last Friday, 10 minutes before dismissal time, I decided to live stream my students helping me take my hair out. There was quite the discourse in the chat, which had people saying this was inappropriate and other people saying this was completely fine. There was nothing wrong with what I was doing, and people were just making it weird. So, of course, I had to bring this issue to the big stage. I would like to represent myself in this case, Your Honor, if I may. Number 1, for a little context, I had a hair appointment immediately after school, and I needed my hair taken out beforehand. I would have taken it out the night before, but that Friday we had a camera crew coming in to shoot a promotional video, and I was one of the ones being interviewed. So I had to look presentable, so I didn't take my hair out. I didn't have the time to do it all myself because it would have taken me forever. So naturally, I asked about 4 or 5 of my over 100 best friends to assist me in taking my hair out, and they all agreed. Number 2, this was at the end of class. Let's go ahead and stir the pot a little, shall we? Last Friday, 10.
All right, so he basically says, he had a hair appointment and he needed to have his hair taken out before the appointment, and he asked his students to help him. Okay, now, for context, he said it was after school. For context, he said he needed the help. And for context, he said he live streamed it. So he did this. Everyone could see it. His hands were clearly in camera, So in that context, is it appropriate? And we're going to go around the room. And I'm going to start with Jasmine. She's a guest. So Jasmine, come on off mute for me. Is it appropriate for a male teacher to ask female students to do something related to his personal care?
Jeez. Okay. So before you even played the video, it was a negative connotation visual that I had. But as soon as the video was played, I could see clear as day, like the energy of who he is, the energy of the children, and how I even get in depth because I am a social worker, and I do know how the healing wounds of a young woman who may not have their father, and I see that it's Black African American young women, so we got to call a spade a spade. I'm sure that healed them in so many ways. So I take all of that in consideration before I give my answer, which is still like, what? But I don't see any wrong. I don't see any wrong with that situation.
Okay, that's what
I
I was
can
gonna
see
say.
it clear as day.
So you don't see
You're
anything
right.
wrong in this particular situation, the way it was. Now that you've heard the context and you've heard him say it out of his own mouth, and you saw the video yourself, you're saying in this context, nothing was wrong with the situation.
No. And
All right.
yeah, like you said, after school, they were excited. You can see the excitement on their face. You know what I'm saying? They were super geeked to help him just as well, I'm sure, as he helped them, you know? So I love the energy exchange that was given and
Okay.
how he was definitely healing the young women and they were helping him out. So I love that.
All right, Michelle. In this scenario, did you see anything wrong in this? Was it inappropriate? Was it inappropriate, Michelle, in this context?
I think it is. I totally disagree with some of the people here. I think there's a big boundary, and I'm old school. I mean, I went to a school with uniforms where I couldn't wear these. A prefect would take them, and the teacher, out of respect, even if it's after school and you have all your reasons, you're the adult. You should be responsible for the things that you did or didn't do. If it was a coworker, maybe I would be like, okay, cool, it's a coworker, somebody your age. But with kids, I don't know. I just always draw the line. Yeah, I'm not okay with it, and I don't see the need to stream it. Like, why do you want to steer the pot? Like, that's the other thing. It's like, come
Okay.
on. Yeah.
Okay. So inappropriate because there's a line between student and teacher.
Yeah, I think there should be a line. One thing is to be a mentor and a teacher, and you want to help out kids that have troubles. You talk to their parents, you have a certain relationship, but I think there's a line, and I would never touch my teacher's head or anything like that. You know, no.
Okay.
And
All
my
right.
mother too. So there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to mom, that's a teacher. All right, Sophie. Sophie, that girl. I know you already spoke on it, but unmute for me and tell me in this context, was this inappropriate in this context after you've seen it, heard it from his own mouth? Was it inappropriate?
I agree with the social. Well, I stand alone. I see no fault in this man. He's recording it for whatever reason, and if we listen to the clip, I'll just admonish people to just look at it and its whole entirety. And I've been on both ends of dealing with social workers, and that's what they look at, the entire context of it. They do read energy, they do read all of those things. And as someone who's worked in this capacity, professional, non-professional, there are things as a parent that you look for. And in this case, I see no fault. I understand that the world is perverted and there's a lot of perversions. Unfortunately, I've got children that were COVID kids, and I've raised kids that were outside of COVID. Now the kids are their head is like on a swivel with LGBTQ, lots of other things that they're really focused on not being a child. This is a wholesome recording of a teacher bonding with his children. He is not doing anything perverted. And still to date, I don't see any reprimand for it. And I'd be curious to see what it is. Boundaries? Of course we have to have boundaries. I had a great upbringing with teachers that braided my hair, fixed my hair, cornrowed my hair, gave me rides home from school, shared with me a water bottle, giving me the shirt off their back if something happened. If I had a bloody time at my cycle, you know? So I am excited to see teachers having wholesome situations. In this situation, I think it's fine. I can see how if somebody else was doing it, if it was another situation,
we're gonna get to that.
where it could be different. In this situation,
Okay.
I don't see any perversion. I don't see
All right.
anything.
So we got Jasmine who said after watching it, this situation, it's appropriate. We got Michelle that said no, there are boundaries between students and teachers. I would never touch my teacher's hair or person. Didn't have a reason to, so inappropriate. And then we have Sophie saying appropriate in this situation. I see no wrongdoing. All right, Kara Rhymes with Sarah. You're up next. Do you see? Is this in this situation? We're just dealing with this situation. Is it appropriate, or is it inappropriate?
It's inappropriate. I still, I watched the clip before. I listened to it again just now. And I'm reminded that the teacher said he didn't have time and he had a hair appointment. Sounds like a personal problem, sir.
Exactly.
Okay.
I agree.
You go to your hair appointment, you pay the extra, you figure it out. But to say that you have some grooming situation going on and you want your students to help you, no, sir. Mm-mm.
Okay. Inappropriate because, well, just period, inappropriate.
He brought his hair to have his students help them take it down. And then later added some additional color to it about community and, it could have been healing and all those things. I still remain it is not appropriate. And yes, I've taught Sunday school. I've taught summer camp. I understand what people are saying, but the danger for that kind of intimate connection, and I don't mean sexual, but there's a different kind of connection when you're doing someone's, and I don't think it is at all the same as smoothing out your student's hair for picture day.
Okay. Okay. So we're going to discuss, but inappropriate. Got it. And it's not the same as a teacher helping a student with their hair on picture day. Got it. Big Corey G, give me your take on it. Appropriate or inappropriate in this situation?
I'm just saying, in this situation,
In this situation,
it's appropriate. I don't see a problem with it. Now I see a problem with he's not responsible. He's being irresponsible this time. Yes. We had to have this discussion. I understand that part. But here's another part. I've gotten my hair braided. It's never been sexual when I had hair. Excuse me. Let me say that. It's never been anything sexual, anything perverted. It's a bonding thing because most people do anything with their hair. They're talking, they're doing something social. It's in that construct where they're all talking. So it's a bonding, but I can see where it could go left. But it didn't go left because he already had a relationship with these young ladies. So, and there's another thing. I think most people in America, when they see a black man teaching, the first thing they say is, why? Why are you, what are you doing? Why are you in this? They don't want to see black men teaching, man. They don't. Even though we need them, but they don't.
Why is that?
Man, I hate when they look at my brother. I see him at work, and he's teaching kindergarten. They looking at a way where, he got to be, something must be wrong with him. Why you want to be with little kids? Something must be wrong with him. No, there's nothing wrong with teaching.
Yeah,
there's, I think I hate to say it, but emasculation of a black man might be in a teacher role, and would they say this is a feminine job?
Okay, because it's traditionally,
yeah,
in a patriarchal a man's
Yes,
world society,
right.
historically, you would imagine a woman as a teacher, but we know that the world is not always that way, and it's okay.
It,
There's
and
nothing
it'd
wrong
be
with
a,
male teachers.
but here's the thing, it'll be a different view, a different thing if that was a woman sitting in that chair.
Oh, I'm taking it there
Okay,
because
brother.
because I'm hearing it's appropriate in this context,
Context, right.
or I'm hearing it's appropriate. Well, not from all, not from Michelle and Kara, but I'm hearing it's appropriate after I saw the video. I'm hearing it's appropriate after I heard his tonology and I saw how comfortable the girls were, and maybe they don't have a father. All that's wonderful until it ain't.
Exactly.
And when and if that time comes, then we deal with that situation. All
Yeah, but then
situations
it's too late then.
don't.
The bell, you can't unring the
Yeah.
bell.
So we're going to guard every single thing in the hope, and coming as somebody who has done that, that's exhausting. It becomes exhausting thinking that, well, my children still will not spend the night at someone's house. I don't have kids stay over here. There's lots of things that you just do, but all of that other stuff, trying to manage this, it is a blessing in this day and age to raise children. Those kids are lucky to have a Black male teacher. I'm actually changing my child's school right now because there are no Black alpha teachers who are men and who are father figures to teach them and also teach them life experiences. He's not sitting with the kids between their legs like Mama used to do. She's not oiling his scalp. None of that is happening, so I'm just,
About that,
and it's okay for us to have the conversation. It's not like anything personal. I'm
I
not
don't think
upset.
I wouldn't be happy sending my kids to school to do their teacher's hair.
Yeah, and that's not what they sent their children to do. You didn't send, of course, nobody would. The point is that they were unbraiding his hair. And in the Black cultural, that there's a song our beloved R. Kelly says, why don't you come and braid my hair? It may not match up in this situation, but it is a thing of a relationship.
Was R offering that to some of the girls?
What's that?
Was he offering that to lure some of the girls, come braid my hair?
I don't know, but he is a condemned person who is in jail, and in his situation, which is not this situation, and the videos that R. Kelly has is of him peeing and sodomizing and doing things to underage girls, which is not the point of this situation. I'm just waiting for someone, can I get some help? You in the balcony.
Well, because I wanted to say, again, for me, everything is a mindset for me. And I think we tend to forget there's only male and females on this earth. Okay, we got some animals, but there's male and female.
Mm-hmm.
And gender roles has changed as life progressed on, gender roles.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to have representation for all the way around. So we need men in the classroom doing cheerleading competitions, going to like the photography work that I do. Doing cheerleading competitions is crazy because you see white men and Black men and Spanish men and whatever come in with their daughters. But when the Black guy that comes in who don't have a daughter on a competition mat, but he's there to support a niece or whatever, he's actually looked at. People are like, what did they, it's like, and why? Why? We are people, we are humans. I wish we can just get over this fear because that's the mindset. The poisoning of the minds that we've done to make this one bad and that one bad and this one's the deviant and he's gonna touch your daughters and your boys and we got that out there. We know they do exist. We're not saying that they don't, but we can't make everybody be that because we have some people that are pure of heart that really want to do good and teach and mentor and mold and love. We do have that. Hell, I'm one of those people.
Mhm.
I
And that's
love
agree.
people that don't
That's-
deserve
that's-
it.
I
think that's
agree that
great,
there
but
are
why-
good
why-
people.
Go
I
ahead.
agree that there are good people out there, but the danger in which what can happen, and you talk about, yeah, Sophie mentioned it being exhausting, having to go through all and not be able to do a laundry list of things. I've been there. I understand it's frustrating, but I've also seen the aftermath of a kid who was molested.
Mhm. And I've
how
seen
that
the
takes
afterlife,
over.
and I'm a product of on the other side of teachers who nurtured, who assisted in several different capacities. Yes, back in the 70s, 80s, where some of those things would have been deemed, oh my gosh, so inappropriate. Yes, we have boundaries now, we have rules and guides in place to protect the children, but there's also a positive side of when someone is allowed to be wholesome. Actually, I feel like our children are in a deficit now because they can't give a side hug to their teacher. They can't get a ride home when they don't have a way home. They have to, DFACS has to be called when nobody is picking up the child. I got into a car accident or something, and I'm calling the teacher. We actually do Thanksgiving, birthday parties, everything together. And I'm like, hey, girl, you know, you're at the after school program. Can you bring the kids home? I'll send an email so you can pick them up. The school was like, nope, she can't. I get it. But 15, 20 years ago, it would have been okay if the parents is in agreement. And yes, I understand that in those situations, someone could touch my child or groom my child and all those things. But it's up for the adult and the teachers and the boards that we have in practice to investigate these things. Can we talk about some of the? Okay, I don't know.
Hold on.
I don't know.
Hold on. Yeah, let me jump back in. Sorry, you guys. So as soon as I made my point and said, you know, it's okay until it ain't. Man, my power went out. I lost battery power. I didn't even know my laptop was low, and it's like exclamation point, power went out. So it took me a second to get a little bit enough charge to get back up to the stage. So I apologize on that regard. Let me bring up to the stage. Jasmine is back, and I see Queen Sheen is in the building. What's up, Queen Sheen? Long time, long time.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, what's up,
All
brother
right.
Tyreek?
Real quick, then, Dave, can Corey kind of just give a little synopsis of what he said? Because I didn't hear anything, and I actually
Oh yeah, because you had to you probably lost power and when I lost power. Okay, Corey, explain what was said. Be brief because I know we got everybody heard it except for me and Jazz and Sheena. But go ahead and explain what you were saying, Big Dog.
I was basically saying that, you know, it was fine because of the context he was saying in the end, the way he is. Well, also saying that it was something that it's a bond. Braiding is a bond thing. It's not something I don't feel the black community that is quote unquote sexually charged unless you're doing it with another, you know, by, you know, she's massaging your head and y'all alone in a relationship, whatever. But with kids and you got 5 girls doing your hair, I don't think that's a problem. But I also said that what if that was a woman in his seat and that would be different? It would be the same. And I also said that because he is a black man and the job that he is doing, that I feel like the position he's in is sometimes I feel like black male teachers in that role are being kind of emasculated and they're not. It's something that most people don't look at as a job for a black man, quote unquote. That was the synopsis of my statement.
Okay. All right. Cool. Let me say this. I definitely was gonna say, did we get Al's take on this yet? Because we're going around.
No, we didn't. Go ahead, brother. Brother Al, what's up?
What's up, man? I'll tell you what. In the teaching capacity, I'm sorry, it's very inappropriate.
In this case that you're seeing right here.
It does in every case. That is inappropriate. That's not what you're there to do. And if again, If you didn't have time or to do your hair, now ain't the time to do it. So yeah, I don't care on what level, on what stage, this is very inappropriate.
Okay. All right. So we got Corey said in this case it was appropriate. In this case, Sophie said appropriate. Jasmine said in this case appropriate. So we got 3 appropriates. And then we now have Al says inappropriate, Kara says inappropriate, Michelle says inappropriate. All right, so we coming down to Video Lady and Queen Sheen. So Video Lady, give me your take on this in this context. Can you hear me, Yvette? Okay, come off mute for me if you could. Oh, there you go. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, in this
I
context,
thought I had David.
huh? No, you good.
I thought-
In this context, Yvette, is this appropriate or inappropriate?
Well, to me, this doesn't look appropriate. The only part that I would have problem with it is
Wait, you say it does look appropriate or does not look appropriate?
to me, I think it's okay because I think it's like a bonding thing. You know,
So this is appropriate. Your vote is appropriate.
it's a bonding thing, but only thing is I have braids in my I wear braids too. I have, and when you take them out, it's just dirty and nasty. That's not a place that I would want to do that. That's I'm just looking at the cleanliness of it. So, but the bonding of it for the girls, like I said earlier, sometimes they don't have a father figure, whatever, or a mentorship. You
Okay.
know, so I'm listening to all the other stuff. I get what they're saying, but to me, I think it's okay, and especially if the parents are aware of it. See, I think it comes into a problem if the parents are not aware of it. So if the
Mhm.
parents are aware of it and the parents say it's okay, then who are we to say it's not? If the
Yeah.
parents say it's okay, then it's fine. So that part we don't know. So if the parents say it's fine, then I don't think there's anything. Good.
Yeah.
So 'cause
Okay.
the parents should know it's happening.
Okay. Someone said in the private chat the question's a little open ended. Yeah, it is open ended. I left it open ended for a reason because I wanted people to discuss. So, uh, Sheena, I know you just got here. I don't know if you saw the whole video, but basically,
I
have you
seen,
seen this?
yeah, I seen the video.
All right.
I think it's
Appropriate or inappropriate?
It's inappropriate because what expectation are you setting? So I agree with what Al said. It's not appropriate on any levels because at the end of the day, it's what are we doing here? Come to do your job, what you're supposed to do. And so I get the bonding and everything, but at the end of the day, you're a teacher. You're coming to teach these kids. So I think it's inappropriate.
Okay. Inappropriate. So if anybody's keeping score, if anybody's tallying, inappropriate was Sheena, Al, Kara, Michelle. Yvette, you said appropriate in this case, in this context.
I said
Yes.
in this context, if the parents definitely know. That's what I said.
Okay. So appropriate was
Or
yeah, so it's 4 inappropriates, and inappropriate would have been Yvette, Corey, Jasmine.
4-3.
It's
No,
a,
and
it's a,
Sophie. No, 4 it's 4
it's
4.
a, it's a tie.
It's a tie. All right, so
What-
look, we have one person that came up to the stage. His brother is brother Safi. Are you on camera? I can't see you, big dog. I need you to turn your light on. Oh, and it's loud where you are. Safi, I need you to get your light. And
On the
somehow-
road again.
yeah, he on the road. Yes. All right. He's there. He is. He's in the comments. Can you hear me, Safi?
Hey, I'm gonna leave this chat and I'm gonna come back when I stop driving.
Okay. Well, look. Do me a quick favor. Just give me the tie-breaking vote in this particular situation. Would you say that this, just looking at this situation right here that you see on the screen, is that appropriate or inappropriate?
Oh, it's inappropriate. I already, said my comment in the chat. It's definitely inappropriate. You don't do those things in school. Now, if it's tricky, Dave, because you know, you go to school to learn things, and most parents that has kids, you know, you just don't do those things, and you know, you won't be fine with those parents going to school. I'm sorry, those kids going to school with, you know, just, I don't know. It's tricky. And Dave, I had a couple drinks, so excuse me, but
Okay. All right. Got
I
that liquid
I just
courage,
don't think
that
it,
truth
I just
juice.
yeah, I just don't think it's okay. No matter if it's ninth period, first period, or last period, you don't
He
do those
said
things in
ninth
school.
period, first period, period.
Yeah, you don't do those things in school. I,
Okay.
I know me as a parent of, you know, twins and two other kids, I wouldn't allow my, you know, my children to do those things. It's not acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, Safi, man, first of all, be careful driving since you've told everyone that's watching the show, all 9,000 of my
Right,
followers,
right, right.
that that you're driving. Okay. So please be careful. All right.
Please, brother, please.
Hey,
Be careful, man.
Oh, I'm good.
No,
well,
no.
hey,
Just be
I'm
careful,
just
man. And
glad he ain't on camera.
yeah,
Exactly.
hit me when you get to the crib safe, brother. All
I
right.
will do.
All right, man. Appreciate the comment. Hey, man, he's a lifer, man. These are lifers. These. Listen, man. We got real people that watch the show. All of us are real people. All of us. So shout out to all of you guys. My day one. Shout out to Jasmine for joining. Shout out to everyone that's watching and chiming in. Y'all making the show amazing. You guys are the show. Now, having said that, y'all, I gotta shake it up. All right, we just watched. Um, 4 or 5 little girls, braid the hair of a black man, a black teacher. Okay. I remember when I was
Unbraid.
in school, unbraid. I remember when I was in school, uh, in 6th grade, we had a teacher, and I believe he was super inappropriate because whenever you would say, hey, I got a question about math or something. Oh, come on up to my desk. And I remember he did this to girls, and I remember he did this to boys. He had one time to try this mess with me. You go up there, stand behind his desk, and he would take his hand and just touch your lower back or touch your listen, Corey, touch your inner thigh, like grab your leg. As a kid, you got little legs. So a grown man could put his whole hand around your leg. So he'd be like, "Oh, what's going on with your? Oh yeah," and then he just kind of. And I was like, "This the fuck?" No, I went straight to the principal. Like, no, Mr. Such Such. And then of course he wiggled his way out. Oh no. But he did that. We watched him 6th grade. We watched him do this to many students, guys and girls. We watched it. It was inappropriate. Why are you touching me?
Well, but again, Dave, because things like that happen when we grew up. When I grew up as well in my school, but I think one of the situations is now that the country is there's so much going on, and everything is coming to light now, and everybody's on edge to where even though we accepted it back in the day. Now it then got so out of hand. We're trying to eliminate even the smallest and minute possibilities of anything going on.
So you're saying that because, don't let me put words in your mouth, but I'm gonna embellish. Look, back in the day, we had a line. All right.
So hold up. So I'll tell you, just like Sophie said, when you get, you got teachers that were more than just teachers to a lot of people. So if you need that hug, you need that pat on the back, you need that alone time. It was warranted back then, but now as we evolved in life and the world has evolved, and with all this nonsense going on, that's just not acceptable anymore.
I think it's unprofessional. As far as appropriate in this situation, I'm not seeing any perversion. But as I was saying, the question is kind of like, but it's unprofessional. I think I want to be clear. It's unprofessional.
Yes.
It's not.
Right.
It's not perverted. And then secondly, if we could collectively move away from, I know he's a black man. I know he's a black man. I know he's not, you know, any letters, but if we could just look at it just for what it
The big
is as a
picture.
human,
Yep. Mhm.
a teacher that is having children do his hair, because sometimes we kind of muddy the water about how what we used to do as African Americans, and
All right.
he's a black male, and it kind of takes it lots of different places.
I got a
Okay,
question.
Dave, real quick,
I'm gonna throw
before
one
you
out there.
go, real quick, because I know I heard somebody say, if the parents knew. Well, let's say the parents didn't know. Now what? Is it appropriate now?
Mm-hmm.
It's still unprofessional.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
not.
Unprofessional.
Yes.
Yes. Now, but unprofessional could turn inappropriate in a moment. For instance, right now, guys, we're looking, like we can see, we have context, we can see, and we can judge with our own eyes. He broadcasted to the world. Maybe he did that because maybe he thought about, if somebody hears that some female students stayed late after school and helped me take my hair down, maybe the headline. Let's remove 3 of those girls. Headline: female student stays late, helps male student take his hair down for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Hey, why
Or
were you
somebody
late,
walk by.
Jenny?
Or
Why were you
somebody
late,
walk by.
Jenny? Oh my, I was helping Mr. Jones. I was taking Mr. Jones's hair down. Jenny, it's 7 o'clock at night. You got out of school at 4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, Mr. Jones dropped me off.
Okay. And what we're doing now is talking about a hypothetical situation, which can go several ways. In
Right.
this situation, he explains what he did, and we
Mhm.
can I can speak on this situation. The hypotheticals, they just gonna keep going and going and going and going. In this situation, he says that he gave his little parameters, he gave his context, and that's what I'm going off of. It looks like it was this one. I don't see a problem. I can agree with everybody else. You do leave room open for the pedophile to have several of these hair takedown sessions and different situations, and that all it takes is just one person that he's grooming. So that's what makes it unprofessional. You're not, for the HR hat coming on, you're really moving in a fine line in this case, but you really can't, because all you need is one child to say that your elbow rubbed up against her boob or something,
Yep.
and now you got a problem when
Yeah.
you initially weren't doing anything wrong. So as a professional, you don't want to run those lines.
You don't want to risk it.
What's
Yeah.
the age
You want
group
to
of
risk
these
those
women?
lines.
What's
the age?
what's the age group of these women?
I don't know if we know.
matters.
I don't know if we know.
No.
Yeah.
Well, again,
They're probably like 7.
Like you, Sophie, I agree. It's definitely unprofessional. But again, from a student teacher standpoint, it's unprofessional and it's inappropriate.
Yeah, like I think Yvette was saying too, about the cleanliness of it. Now, if you want to get into the nooks and crannies of it, your hair is dirty. I don't know if you get alopecia, psoriasis, eczema, ringworm. So now you're going into, you
Health.
took something
Yeah.
that you could have reserved for your niece, or your, even like your girlfriend's daughter. All those things just really start rubbing it. And it's really sad because of the perversion, but you do need to, as a professional, CYA.
Okay.
And this right here, I wouldn't
So,
be surprised
Sophie.
if he would eventually lose his job.
So Sophie, I am doing the what ifs because that's what makes a good show. So I'm going into the what ifs, and I'm taking it there on purpose. How would we feel if it were for how would we feel if it was 4 boys doing a woman's hair, like helping her take her rollers out? And they stayed late after school, and they helped Mrs. Jones roll or unroll her hair.
Are you asking that of Sophie or of everybody?
Everybody. I'm asking
'Cause
everybody. How would we feel?
I don't
Yeah,
think
it's
the
the same.
gender roles in reverse makes a difference.
Correct.
It
All right.
make a difference, yeah. I don't care if you're white, black, brown, woman, man, whatever you are. It's inappropriate. It's not professional. Period.
Yeah.
What
So
if
the-
what if one of those girls that's 13 years old, she goes to another teacher that doesn't know that this happened, and she wants to be like, "Oh, Mrs. So and so, I can do your braids and all that." What if that teacher doesn't like that either?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Again, going back home, like you said, Dave, it's just not right. I don't care.
Okay. Okay. So what lines should be drawn in the student teacher relationship from the student's perspective and from the teacher's perspective? Because we all know that high school teacher or elementary school teacher that everybody loved. They were super cool. They were almost like one of the homies or homegirls. You know, they could talk to the students could relate. You know what I mean? There's always that cool teacher.
Well, I'll put it to you this way, Dave. I don't think the students have a voice in this.
That's correct. That's correct. The
It,
teacher
it
should have the boundary.
exactly.
The teacher
Yeah.
should have the boundaries, Sheena.
Yes.
Well, tell me
Well,
why.
Because they should be, like I said earlier, setting the expectation. The expectation is, hey, I'm coming here and I'm teaching you a language or a subject versus you taking my hair down because I didn't come here for that. So I think it was just one of those things, hey, take my hair down. Let's see how this goes. Probably joking and playing. And the kids nowadays, they record everything is on TikTok. And now it then went viral. So here we are now.
Yeah. Okay. Al, you were
well,
gonna
I
say?
had, oh, go ahead. Al, I was going to say that, well, growing up for myself, we had two teachers, like one in junior high school, which was a guy. He hung out with all the cool guys. And this was a white Caucasian teacher with a big yellow Lincoln. He used to take a lot of the boys home, drive them around, and believe it or not, he actually used to smoke weed with them. So that's inappropriate. But that's what he did. Now, my teacher in high school, I say the name only because they made a difference. Miss Keaton, she was that teacher that just in the room, she was the cool teacher. She knew what was going on the surface. She was able to allow us to be ourselves and speak to us in a way that we were comfortable to come and talk to her. You know what I'm saying? Because you need those people. And believe it or not, I still have a couple of teachers that I had from high school who I'm still in contact with now. My drama teacher, still in contact. She comes to gatherings and things of that nature. So there's still some teachers that made that difference. Even when my father died, I went to Catholic school. At Catholic school, I wore a uniform too. I mean, some of the sisters came and helped us in that retrospect. So it's like there's certain teachers that just did it for us, like certain things that you just remember that you hold on to. And that's why I look at the positive. And I know that there's bad out there. I mean, I watched the news here in Florida. We just had 4 teachers here in Florida that, was inappropriate, having a relationship with 15 and 16-year-old girls and things of that nature. So we know it happens, but
You know what's
those are
crazy, Yvette? In today's world, there's more female teachers than ever that are messing with male students.
yes.
When I was a kid, we always worried about the male student, the male teacher that might mess with the female student. It's way more women doing it than it used to be when we were kids.
Well,
And
Dave, I think it's more.
I don't know what's causing that. That baffles my mind.
I think it's more media based. I think more females are in the media versus the men, and it's put into the public eye for awareness that women do it too. I would love to know if the overall statistics. However, I think if I think we have to stay conscious enough to understand just because the women are now being highlighted doesn't mean that these men are not still doing it as well.
I see. I guess I'm just wondering what happened to the generation of women that we used to have. We used to have a generation of women that, weren't overly sexual, I guess,
Yeah.
but it seems like a lot of, and I'm not signifying women. I'm simply saying what's going on in school, man, where you got these teachers messing with these kids. It's like, a teacher was a teacher, it was a line. It was a clear line. and they
Man,
weren't interested. Corey, when we went to Lithonia,
man.
you know, they weren't interested in kids, man. They weren't them female teachers were not looking at us like that.
Are you ready?
I'm ready, bro. Speak on it.
We
Real
don't
quick
look the
though, you
same.
guys, because my phone is going in and out, and
Yes,
I'm
Jasmine.
constantly like losing my volume, and it's going in and out. I just want to say this piece real fast, and I'm going to get going. I was supposed to have been at the gym, but
Okay.
what I want to say real fast, just listening to everybody, I kind of did hear a little bit of here, a little bit of that, but my personal stance, I do see it being unprofessional to some extent, but if it's after hours and it clearly, I mean, we all have eyes, we see that the energy is literally screaming off of the lenses that it's innocent. And when I say that, we have to take in consideration.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Wi-Fi. We lost your audio, Jazz. Yeah, we lost your audio, Jasmine.
Dang. She got a good point.
I think she got a call come in. Hold on, let me try this. Jasmine, we can't hear you. We can't hear you, Jasmine.
Oh, boo.
Shit, I think we all lost.
Okay. All right. Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
All right. Okay. So that was Jasmine. She must have got a call. Hopefully she'll rejoin to finish her point. Okay.
I wanted to comment a little bit on what she was talking about, the energy seeming innocent.
Okay, go ahead.
My issue with that is a lot of times the energy seems innocent in the beginning. I'm sure there were lots of parents that dropped their children off with their local priest and thought that the energy was innocent, only to later find out otherwise.
Yeah, good point. Great point.
So
While
let me
it
ask-
seems, let me just finish. While it seems
sorry.
innocent in the confines of this clip, and I don't know this teacher at all, so I'm not saying he's doing anything inappropriate, but because we don't know what's going on, and because there are many adults that groom and use relationships to kind of build trust, emotional connection, and a relationship with the child so that they can later manipulate, exploit, and abuse them, there has to be things set in place to protect not only the children, but also the teachers. Because let's say a child has been violated in the past and they have these sexual feelings towards their teacher. And putting them in this situation might encourage them to express it in a way that's now going to disrupt the classroom further. So it's not just protecting the kids, you're also protecting the teacher. So just because nothing's going on within the confines of this clip, I still stand 10 tones down with it being inappropriate. And thank God for the parents I had. My dad walked around the neighborhood with a machete. So a lot of times people wouldn't take me places because they didn't want no smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My daddy had it all.
And I think Al was making that point. It's on the teachers, right? We can't worry about what the child is thinking or what the child thinks is appropriate, what the child is cool with. No, it's on the adults.
It's integrity. Always doing the right thing when nobody's looking. So,
well, right. But I think that's probably why he put the camera on. That's why.
Yeah,
I think
but
he
see,
turned the camera.
but Yvette, he shouldn't have to put the camera on because he shouldn't be doing it. Like,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? Like him putting the camera on and saying, "Look, y'all, nothing's going on." But said, Al or someone said, "Hey, man, prepare for your hair appointment better." Like
absolutely.
Someone said, hey, go to the hair appointment, pay the extra money for them to have to take your braids down. Pay the money, dog.
Yeah, we have to pay to get our weaves and takedowns.
Pay the money if you didn't have your braids down. Pay the money, get the braids down, and if you have to cancel or reschedule, cancel. You know how many times I missed a haircut because of my job? Yes, I can't make it, dog. Man, I can't make it, bro. I'm still at work. You know, it'll upset your hairstylist, your barber, because it's like, yo, I waited for you, but the job.
You know,
I'm at work.
The whole problem is he's sending the wrong message.
Correct.
That is not a message you want to put out in the atmosphere.
Which enumerate the message for us. What's the message he sent that you didn't like?
He's stuck.
Oh no.
The internet is just undefeated today.
I'm telling you, man. Yeah. Al though, he will be back.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be back. So let me just, I understand what everyone is saying. I truly do. But when do we start trusting people?
That's the thing.
Never.
That's the
You
part.
don't.
I mean,
So
Corey.
hold on, whoa. Let me just stop right there. I played football, I played basketball, and I played baseball.
Yeah, in
Y'all
the
lucky.
80s, in the 80s and
No,
90s.
no. And my son played football. My son played basketball. Y'all do not want those films, practice sections filmed at all.
I
Because
didn't
the
hear what you
language,
said. I'm sorry.
he said you don't want the practice sessions filmed. Why? Because of the language?
Ding ding.
Yeah, I don't want my kids playing football either.
Yeah, there's no.
And basketball
Okay.
too. But hold
But
on.
Corey.
But wait, stop. You saying that the relationships between the teacher and the student, there should be boundaries, right?
Right.
Same thing with coaching in football and sports. It should be boundaries. But guess what? Coaches and players start with little league all the way through high school, college, and professional. It's the same language
I
all the way
disagree.
through. It's
I
the
disagree.
same language.
I disagree.
It's the
Explain why
same
you disagree,
language.
Al. Al, explain why you disagree.
I disagree because let's take basketball for an example. You know how many times we slap each other on the ass?
Mm.
We slap each other.
That's
Good sportsmanship. Good shot, dog. Good shot.
Exactly.
Even the coach. We slap the coach on the ass.
Right.
Yo, so you cannot take that out of. That's a part of sports. There is no guy. There's that line is not thin.
Al, hold up. But you normally have the same sex coaching the same sex. You don't normally have male coaches slapping their female volleyball players on the ass.
True. Now
That's what I'm. That's clear.
But vice versa.
Okay.
Check it out.
Uh-oh.
Wi-Fi.
Al.
The devil is a
Check it
liar.
out.
The
Check it
devil
out.
is a liar.
You get a female coach, and inadvertently you smack her on the ass because that's what we do. You're telling me that's inappropriate?
I'm gonna say this.
That's my point, Al.
You do
That's
it
my
Hold up.
point.
No, but we're not gonna act like. Hold on, Corey. I'm gonna drop a name because it was 30 years ago. Hope she's still alive. If she sees this, I'm just using the name. Corey, do you remember Miss May?
Yeah, she's still alive, bro.
Oh my God.
Yo, but
Hold on.
You did.
You can't have a bad teacher, coach, whoever, with a BBW in 2004. Hey, Coach Jones, and I'm talking about a female, and the guy come up. Good job, Coach. Get the hell out of here. That's not inadvertent, Al. You slapping a woman on her ass.
Yes, wait, hold up, Dave.
You're slapping a woman on her ass.
Dave, you're looking at it because she got a big ass. And I
Right.
say this.
Okay.
Hold up. I say this because I did it.
You know what? You just...
And no. See?
Every week, Al gotta push that line. I've done it. I'm the guy.
He's done everything.
No, because
Problem is, he's not lying. He probably did slap a teacher
we
on
were
her
in the
ass.
game, and it was like, that's what we do. If you
Excited.
on my team, Dave, if you on my team and you made a nice ass jumper, I'm like, my nigga, good shot.
Yep.
When I ran.
See, the devil knows. See, listen, guys. Stop this mess.
She drew up a play. It worked. The other team called timeout. I ran by. I wasn't even thinking there was a woman. That's my coach.
I almost called you Corey.
So now you're telling me that's inappropriate?
Listen, man. Let me hold on. Let me talk to my friend. Let me talk to my friend. Al. Oh, no, I ain't no fuck out of here. Al. Let me take my glasses off. Al, you talking to Dave. You knew good and damn well.
I was a kid, man.
I don't care. You
if
knew,
I do it now,
you knew that was a female coach, and you knew you was slapping a female coach's ass. You just knew you had license to do it because that was your coach. You was just like, I got her now.
Well, I'll tell you what. She should
Come
have
on,
took
man.
her ass. Yo, we had a varsity female team. She should have took her ass to that team and coach. Don't come over here to the men.
Okay, so now we talking.
And expect me not to be a man
Okay.
doing what men do.
So now we talking. Hold on. Now this is why people are against intergender sports, where men play with women and women play with men for various reasons, right? Because the practices that men do around other men in traditionally male sports, you can get away with slapping somebody's ass. You can get away with calling somebody a bitch. You can get away with emasculating them or trash talking them down. You trash talk a female player and she start crying or she gets emotional or she goes into something that she's been through, and it's like, you're bullying me. This is why they don't. This is why some of that stuff don't mix.
We got gays in the sports now, so you telling me it's cool for me to smack a gay dude on the ass, but it ain't cool for me to smack a female coach on the ass?
Smack them all.
Be smacking anybody.
That's sportsmanship. That's what we do in sports.
That's what we do. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Al,
Smack them all.
It's equal opportunity.
Get this right.
First of all, hopefully it's don't ask, don't tell. So you don't know if your teammate's gay or not. Right? That's first of all. Unless he coming in full transgender wig, playing tailback. That's the only way you might know. All right.
Gay dudes know how to play sports too.
1,000%. And guess what? Makes a good play and you slap him on the ass, it's all good. Because that's not your. Now listen, y'all. Let's be for real. We're talking 2024. In 1994, it's okay to slap another man on the ass in the context of sports.
Hold on,
right?
It still is.
I'm a basketball coach. It's okay to smack each other on the ass now.
Right.
Until it's not.
No,
until somebody. Nah, man.
Corey.
Let me finish my point. Here's what I'm saying. I'm talking about in today's cancel culture, the things that we used to do 30 years ago that was cool. Somebody might decide. I'm not saying me. I'm saying somebody might decide, hey, Mr. Jackson, touched me. What are you talking about? Well, he felt me up after a play. What do you mean? He slapped your ass? Yeah, and I didn't consent. And it could be a problem in today's world.
No, you know what the problem is? Is that the
Am I
problem
right?
is going
Am I
to
right,
be for
Yvette?
that person to find a new damn team to play on.
Well, no, because this is where we're going. Just like when the women come up here and complain about, he sexually harassed me at work. Well, did he really? Because here's the thing. If I thought he was cute and I wanted him to holler at me by the water fountain, it wouldn't have been a problem. But because he looked like Quasimodo and I don't like him and I'm not attracted to his Quasimodo looking, but now it's a problem.
Okay,
like
now
Quasimodo was trying to holler at me.
Yvette, we got a problem. I know you're a day one lifer because we had a whole episode about that. We said when an ugly guy do it, it's harassment. When a handsome guy that you're attracted to does it, it's charming.
It's okay.
It's pursuit.
And now you giggling.
Right now you giggling. Now the difference is though, and I'm bringing it back to the video. The difference is though, he's being touched. Right? I know he's not being touched inappropriately. I know that. So I'm not saying that he did anything wrong. But what I'm saying is if someone was hypersensitive today about being touched in whatever context, okay, and you do something like smack a teammate on the ass, or I don't know, dap up and kind of hug a teammate, or see somebody at church and you give them a church hug, whatever, somebody might say, oh, pastor, pastor
so
basically
a
little bit too much, Bishop such and such,
tell me
said some stuff in my ear.
So we live in a victim society.
And I'm going to ask Corey this as well as I'm going to ask you. You're telling me that you never came across a woman and you went to go give her a hug and inadvertently hit her on the titty.
Oh my God.
Every man has done it. Every man has done it.
It happens. It happens. Even
and so,
at the dental office, some women come in and their racks are sitting up here on up here.
You know what? Yeah, no. You know what? Hold on. I'm about to.
Miss Betty from church.
I only got 10 minutes left.
Nope. Okay, you got 10 minutes. Give me a second, because you know what? Y'all didn't all second license. Y'all wilding, each one of y'all. And let me tell y'all about my friends. Al come up here with the most egregious. Dave, you've never accidentally grabbed her in a titty. No, I haven't. Well, how am I hitting titty and I'm hugging her? I should maybe her back, maybe her lower back. Okay, her titty. No, Al. Okay, and then here go Yvette. Hug all of them. Yeah, you never had her. They up under her chin. Well, if they under her chin, Yvette, I don't need to be hugging her. Y'all making me look at you and you crying, laughing because you know it's funny as hell. It's the truth. Y'all just ridiculous.
No, Jay,
Y'all ridiculous.
yo,
Y'all ridiculous.
All right. Hold on.
Yvette, if her chin is touching her titties, I have no reason hugging her. I'm about to be a married man. Keep your titties to yourself, ma'am.
Hey, Miss Betty is coming towards you. Miss Betty.
Mhm.
Miss Betty who wears size triple L is coming towards you.
Nothing but breasts. Yes.
Yes, she's coming towards you and she gonna give you a hug. You 6'2", 6'3", she ain't nothing but 5'5".
That's gonna
I'm
be
so
that's
sorry.
gonna be breast on my waist.
Exactly. And you're touching them, sir.
All
And
on your belly.
guess what I'm gonna do, Corey? I'm doing not just the church
What you
hug.
gonna do, buddy?
I'm doing a side hug.
You still
I'm
gonna
doing
get it. That's how
okay.
big they
you
are.
Well,
still
You still gonna get
inadvertently,
it.
you still
Al-
gonna inadvertently graze.
Al, listen, if my chest or if my whatever region is she's near, if it's accidentally grazed her chest because I'm trying to do a side hug, that's one thing. But I ain't gonna accidentally brush her nipple trying to get to her to hug
No.
her. Get the hell out of
See,
here.
I
I'm not
Jay,
gonna do that.
Okay.
How did we
Change the
get
narrative.
here?
Nobody said nothing about a nipple.
How did we get here? How did we get
Yeah,
here?
I don't know.
That part. Kara, that part.
I'm distressed.
I got something to say. Come on, please.
I am crying.
What I did want to say though, I understand, and I don't usually take up for Al when he's on his little expeditions to Crazy Town.
He said, "How did we get here?"
But no, it can happen. I'm a busty lady, let's say. So I understand how that could accidentally happen.
Kara,
But at the same
Kara,
time-
I need you
I'm
to
with
clarify. I need you to clarify what could happen.
Oh, an accidental brush.
Where and by what?
By
Side
someone's arm, body part, on
On
your
the
bosom.
front of you when they trying to hug you?
Yes.
They hugging you like this? They doing this before they hug you? Why are they coming across your region?
Not
They
with your
speak-
hands, Dave.
Hey, Dave,
Not your
put me on
hand,
camera.
your
I'm gonna
elbow.
show you.
Let me finish.
As you're coming in, come on, Dave.
No,
Why are you coming in
no,
like this?
take him
No,
off.
no, Dave, stop. I'm 6'2". You 6'2". A girl is coming your direction. Oh, you
Okay.
like, oh, I ain't seen you in a while. And when you go up,
Yeah.
you come in a little too fast. Wham! Stop it.
Well, hold on. Then I'm gonna say this: y'all need to go to church more because we
What I
learn
was-
in
what I-
church. You come
what
in,
I was-
Al. You come in like this, Al, and you come in with a. And the only thing, if this is her chest, only thing that might touch her is you might get that. None of
Right,
this. I should not be
what I
coming
was-
at her like this.
Right,
I
but
want
those
to
are
see
those
that
are
textbook.
two.
I want to see that in writing.
Y'all
Those are two-
let Kara finish her statement. Go.
Those are two church people. Because I am busty, I have learned to target my shoulder into the hug.
All right, bet.
Oh, like so you lean in.
It's a shoulder. You getting boned.
Okay. And you know what? And you know what? And you know what too? And you know what too? Real talk. Well, okay, this could be dangerous. If what you say is true, the Shaolin and the Wu-Tang could be dangerous. Okay, this could be dangerous. So when you coming in, Kara, with the shoulder, you could dap him. You could dap him, but the problem is if you dap him and he miss,
Mhm.
So it does. So it does inadvertently
just on
happen.
her-
Is that what you're saying, Dave?
Did y'all hear that?
Yes.
Dave. So you're saying that it does inadvertently happen? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
I'm saying Al Tariq. I'm saying Al Tariq, and I'm coming to Sheena because everybody got something to say. I'm saying in the realm of possibilities, okay, in quantum physics, anything is possible. Yeah, you could accidentally, but you shouldn't be coming in. Don't make a habit of coming at nobody like that.
I ain't seen her in a while.
Shut up. Shut up.
A whole mess. But there are those people you gotta avoid because they go they where my hug at.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
They know what
You
they
got
doing.
those. You have
Exactly.
those. Where my hug at? You have guys that say that, and you have girls that they walking up to you. They know exactly what's. Come on,
That's
man.
my point.
Yeah.
And if you walk up to me like this, it's a possibility I might graze you inadvertently.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
but
you know
we're
what?
not doing that kind of.
You know what we're making a great argument for? We're making a great argument for why teachers should not touch students under any circumstance.
Mm.
We're making a great argument because think about it. What if one of these high school kids was built like that? Because, you know, girls
They
hit puberty.
are.
Yeah.
They are.
Okay.
So,
Hey,
so
I
you
gotta
got
leave.
some.
Like, give
Yeah.
me something.
Go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead,
All right.
Michelle.
Something that nobody has pointed out is how full of himself is this teacher that he needed his hair done because he was going to be on camera that day. Really? Don't be on camera. Take some responsibility.
Oh, you think he
Yeah,
was
I
full
mean,
of
if that's
himself?
the reason. If his hair was on fire, maybe okay, something flew into his hair. Hey, help me out. But because he was going to be on camera, he said it.
Mm.
You're right. You're right, Michelle.
He was
said-
being-
That's
he's
why he kept
vanity.
his hair.
yeah.
He said that's why he kept his hair braided, was because he was going to be on. He was on camera that
Yeah,
morning.
Right.
but he
Now
said that
he
it was
was
messed
trying
up
to
and
get
it
out.
didn't look good for the camera. That it wasn't going to look good for that afternoon shooting or whatever they were going to do.
Okay, I want to ask a provocative question, Michelle.
Yes, I
All
got
right,
4 minutes.
you got 4 minutes. I already know the answer, but I'm gonna ask this: Would it be any better if those were 4 guys unbraiding his hair? Would it be any better or worse, or is it the same?
Students?
Yes, 4 male students.
No.
Mm.
No, take responsibility. You didn't go to the hairstylist that you need to bond with when he's taking off your things and say,
Yeah.
no, I'm sorry, I can't be on camera today because I didn't do my hair. It's my fault. I'm sorry. Don't put the responsibility or anything on the students.
Okay, Michelle. I know you and your husband from my job, my day job. All right. Let's just take it there 100%. He's at work and these are his female coworkers, or it's a woman and it's her male coworkers helping her do something because she got to run out and go to some major event. Is it appropriate for peers, not adults and kids, for peers to even be touching like that at work?
Again, it depends. If some girl at work touches my husband's hair, hell no. She's got to deal with me. And if my
Right.
husband is allowing it, worse.
Yeah, worse.
Wait, but that's because she's married.
Okay.
So,
It could be
so
both
which
ways.
means from a peer to peer, it's not inappropriate.
Well, if you're in the
No.
same level, I mean, you can't have children consent.
No,
They're
I'm
not-
no,
No,
I'm,
we're
no.
talking about adults. We're
I'm
past kids.
talking.
We're talking about
shifting to
coworkers.
what Dave said.
Coworkers.
Co-workers, I guess it depends.
So,
I-
okay,
I
here's
went to
the
school
deal,
and
Michelle.
my not co-workers, the other students that were my friends, they would do my little like eyebrows, they would do my hair, and that was okay. They're my,
What?
you know,
What? Why is it okay?
but co-workers.
Wait.
But we're all
Huh?
adults. We're in the same age. And then they
So
were not
why
my-
can't nobody
they were not my
touch your
bosses.
do your man's hair? We're all co-workers.
I don't know, because I'm a jealous, protective bitch.
Hey.
At least you know who
One of
you
the
are and
most
you're
honest
owning it.
answers.
I
One of the
love
most
that.
honest
You know who
answers
you
With
tonight.
that, I have to go, guys. I
Hey,
love you
okay,
all.
that's Michelle, you guys. Michelle from the host of Inside the Drinker Studio. Michelle F. Thank you for
I
joining,
love
Michelle.
what you hear, Michelle.
We appreciate you,
Bye,
Michelle. We'll see you next
guys.
week, my love. All right, be good, Michelle. That's my homegirl,
I don't
Michelle,
think-
man.
I don't think it's appropriate at work either. I don't think it's appropriate between students. In fact, when I was in middle school, I had a little boyfriend. I put that in quotes because we weren't doing anything. But I tried to braid his hair at school and I got in trouble and was told it was not appropriate. And they were correct.
Mhm.
And as a grown up now, I agree with me getting in trouble for doing that because I shouldn't have been.
And Al, you made a great point. When you're married, you know, don't be touching nobody. Don't be letting nobody touch you, because Michelle got real defensive about somebody touching her husband Juan.
Yeah.
Now, if you're single, I'll say professionalism still matters. So it would be unprofessional to be at work, even if you're listen. Hear me out. Let me finish.
I'm listening.
If you're at work and you've got 4 women braiding your hair, or a woman has 4 men braiding her hair, or 1 man for that matter. It's if you're at work, even if it's consensual touching, it could be a problem, because all it takes is for somebody to say, I saw some touching and I was uncomfortable. Or you know what? When I was doing Al's, braids, he touched my titty. And Al says, well, it was an accident. I was going to give you a hug. And
Okay. So since we're doing this, Dave, I'm gonna go there. if I'm at work and I'm wearing a tie and my tie is all messed up and a woman walks up and she says, oh, let me fix your tie, and I let her, there is no inappropriateness nowhere if I touch her titty, if she runs her hand across my chest. It's two consensual adults doing two consensual things. Wait, is it professional? Maybe not, but who cares? We both on the same level. We both got the same amount of things to lose. Neither one of us are coming at each other like that. Why is it a problem?
Okay. It may or may not be. Corey, go ahead.
Man, do we live in a society where everybody's a damn victim?
We live in a society where being a victim is very popular. Yes.
Do you know what I call this? This is why we live in a society. It's like NBA and flopping.
All right. NBA and flopping.
I'm gonna take this opportunity to make this foul and I'm gonna flop.
I'm gonna sell it.
I'm gonna sell it.
Okay.
Because I feel like if someone is doing something that in their mind is, yeah, there's a fine line, but now it's like, okay, that means to me we're gonna live in a society of zero tolerance.
Which we're, yeah.
So we're gonna live in a society of zero tolerance.
Here's where we already kind of there, because listen, on one end, we want you to be tolerant of everyone else's beliefs and everyone else's preferences and orientation. But on the other end, if you violate anything that might offend someone, then they're intolerant, right? So I believe it was Chris Rock said, we have selective outrage. We pick and choose when we're going to be outraged and upset. We pick and choose. So for instance, Al, like you said, if a woman goes to adjust your tie and somehow her hand touches your stomach or touches your below the waist, or if she touches your tie and you're like, oh, okay, my bad, let me help you, and you accidentally drop your hands and hit her chest, right? If y'all both are adults and you both, the interaction was consensual, it may be no problem, But if someone, I don't know why a woman would grab your tie if it wasn't consensual, but if there was some interaction and you accidentally touched someone at work, they could literally say, oh, I felt threatened, and Mr. Al, woo woo woo.
All right, Dave, here's the deal.
Hold on.
I'm in trouble.
Go ahead, Yvette. No, Yvette, I want you to go.
I'm
Then Al.
in trouble all the time because I'm a genuine person, and I have a thing about if I see you walking in your car, your tag is sticking out the back of your shirt, I'm talking. Go to and do that. It's just something I do.
Yep.
I feel like wouldn't you want somebody to know that you don't want to walk around like that? I mean, if you got the tissue walking out the back on the back of your shoe, I'm that person that's gonna say, "Yo, sis, my man, whatever, you got tissue." Like we've gotten to the point where we can't do decent human things anymore.
And you're right. Dave,
stop. If I got a booger hanging, I want somebody to tell me.
Dave, and like you said, well, for me, it has happened numerous times where a woman has just reached up and adjusted my tie without consent, without me knowing she was going to do it. It happens. So let's get away from this textbook bullshit of everybody saying that we can't do this, we shouldn't do this. Come on, let's get back to the real world. It happens.
Al, half of this stuff happened to you when you were a supermodel. So I don't want to hear this mess. Mr. Al Tariq, the supermodel. Baby, you don't know who I am? I'm Al Tariq. You better ask somebody. I don't want to hear this. You don't live in reality, sir. I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this.
Dave.
How many times at your day job? How many times you've been at your day job? I've known you 15 years. How many times in 15 years has a woman at your day job accidentally touched your chest or your Johnson by accident?
I can't count that high.
John, what? What is happening?
I know. How do we go there, Dave?
Hold on, Al. Wait a minute. Hold on.
That's what he's talking about. Hey,
there's a lot of space between your chest.
A breast is equivalent. A breast on a woman is.
But it's an outie. Those are like hanging between your legs. Like how do we get there?
Hold on. Hey, Some
I'm so stressed.
helmet action. Let me stop.
So my point to you
I
is,
said it for shock value, but the equivalent of something sticking out on a woman and equivalent of something sticking out on a man, the man's happen to be below the belt. Because our chests don't stick out like y'all do.
but wait.
That's all.
But nevertheless, you know what I mean? You telling me you never turned the corner in the building and bumped into a woman and she put her hands up and it was all on your chest,
Yeah.
or you
Or
went to
spilled coffee. Yeah, spilled
Come
coffee.
on,
Yeah, it
let's
happens.
get back to the real world, is
happens.
my point.
Okay.
People act like these incidental contacts don't happen, and they do all of the time.
Yeah, I've never accidentally touched a penis.
An eggplant
Me
emoji.
either, not at work. I have
Why did
not.
we have to say the word? Well, I see. Why y'all got to say the word though?
Well, because it's not an inappropriate word.
And I didn't say it first because you say I say it every week. I didn't say it. Now.
Hey, Dave,
You've influenced Kara now. Now Kara is the
hey, Dave, you want me to tell you?
the penis
what
the
word
penis
is
peddler.
inappropriate?
Look at
The
Kara.
word inappropriate.
Look at Kara.
I'm just trying to see how y'all doing these stuff by accident because I think I'm living life wrong.
Kara want to know how.
Is this why I'm single? I don't understand.
Yes, Kara. You're not making
need
yourself
to-
available.
Somebody DM me how, because I need pictures.
Right, you
Okay.
missed. Hey, Yvette can tell you. Yvette know how.
Now, sis. I need pictures and words. Break
All
it
I
down.
get is pictures. I don't want the pictures. I want a break.
No, I'm saying
I'm in
sure.
tears.
How do you accidentally do this? I need to know how to do it on purpose. 'cause-
You know what, Kara? The same way Al, he goes in like this and accidentally. I still don't know how you hit. I don't know how you hit a woman's
I don't
chest when
know.
you try
I
to
don't
hug her. I just can't. Unless you're Al Tariq and you coming in like
Dave, I'm just glad he ain't going in like this.
right, right, like you know.
Going with this Mr. Miyagi.
You know what?
waxing on,
Right,
waxing
right.
on.
Wax on, wax on. Al coming for it. All right. Hey, hold on. First of all, this has been a great conversation.
No.
I'm literally sweating. I'm sweating.
It's been terrible.
This is wonderful. This is great because we need to know that you should not accidentally put it in the context of teacher student. You don't want to accidentally touch a student. So therefore, we've got to govern ourselves. I know we cracking jokes about adults and we having fun. All right, we just clowning. But when it comes back to the subject at hand, man, there should be a line between a teacher and a student.
True.
You know, and I could say when I'm looking at this that it doesn't look like anything appropriate is going on. His hands are in front of him, et cetera, et cetera. And so I would never accuse him of doing anything. But this was definitely risky and unwise and unprofessional because all it takes is for one of those students to say something happened.
Mm-hmm.
You could be facing jail time.
Yeah.
You could be facing jail time unless you have that video proof that my hands were always on my keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you could be facing some time if one of those kids said that something went on and there was some reason that you could not disprove what that child was saying.
And hence
You know what I mean?
why you don't do that.
There you go, Al. With hence why
And that's
it's just
true.
inappropriate.
And that's true. We've even had cases like that. We had one case like that too. It was just one of the girls liked the teacher, but he was spending time with the other girl. You know, but it was all supposedly being innocent. So she made up a story. The teacher was right away. They just investigation had happened, but now the man has lost his face, splattered all on the news. So he's ruined. You know,
Yeah,
all
he's ruined.
because of a little jealous thing that a little
Oh, yeah.
teenage girl had on him, and because he showed attention to another,
He showed
she was
attention.
jealous. Right. So,
But he may have messed up Yvette by entertaining the attention or by allowing too much attention.
yes.
He may, and that's why I said, like, I brought up like the cool teacher or the mentor teacher, the teacher that actually there's nothing wrong with them at all. They're just very they relate to students really well. It's dangerous for that teacher nowadays because someone could get jealous. Oh, you know, Miss such and such gave such and such more attention. I want to circle to a different story. Did y'all hear about the praise team leader, the white female praise team leader, that assaulted one of the young kids in the choir. And this was her reason. Well, she was like on tape performing oral sex on this kid. You know, and when I say kid, I don't know if he was 12, you know, whatever, but he was, you know, he was underage. And her reasoning was, well, I didn't want to take his virginity. I wanted to keep him pure, so therefore I just gave him oral.
And where did this happen at?
Something like Ohio. It's one of them small towns.
He wants to go to that church. No, I'm just saying, no.
Oh no! You say, hey, Yvette, I was gonna say, damn, I've been going to the wrong church for years.
see, man, see, Al. See.
Right, Al. Right, where is this church at?
Right,
Lord.
Right.
All jokes aside, my bad. That was funny.
What you saying, Kara?
I remember, so when in high school, my school had a track team and it kind of fell apart and we restarted it. And I was captain of the team. We started to try and figure out what our outfits were going to look like. I don't know if you're familiar with, you probably are. The track uniforms, you can either have the shorts or the little like briefs, the panties looking like stuff.
Yep.
And
and that's inappropriate because some women don't need to be wearing them things.
Sure enough didn't. Okay.
They just not built. They yeah.
That's why I was on the track team, on the shot put.
Yeah.
Well,
now,
he said he was
I
gonna.
can see you accidentally grabbing. Let me shut up.
You know what? He said he was gonna order the little brief stuff for us. So I called my uncle, and my uncle called him back and said because he was gonna fly in from Jamaica for the man to tell him why I needed to be running around in
It's
panties.
some bikini. Yeah.
Needless to say, we got shorts.
Yeah.
But teachers will try it. Like, and that particular teacher, he kept inviting me to his house to like soak in the hot tub after practice. What we doing there, sir?
Yeah.
You don't know people will kill you.
Yeah, it's inappropriate. It's inappropriate. And you do have some students that can be fast. You do have some students that can be fast. And I know typically fast, has been a description we gave to girls, but guys can be fast too. The funny thing is this.
They're supposed to be fast on the track team.
This guy got jokes. You're right. But now here's a funny thing. Here's a funny thing. Some of those teachers that we talked about, Corey, from our high school,
that was his name.
Yeah. Some of those teachers that were super fine back in the day. And I know a lot of young men that would have hollered if one of those teachers were single and was trying to make a pass. I know a lot of high school kids that would have said yes, right? But the kid isn't thinking, like the male kid isn't thinking, oh, this, 23, 26-year-old adult teacher is grooming me or there's something wrong. They don't be thinking that. The boy be thinking, yeah, I'm about to be a man. Now with girls, it's totally different. Of course it is. It's totally different. But it's still wrong for little boys to be caught up like that. In some cases, though, some of them young high school boys are more than willing to be caught up in something like that.
Right.
And they already did it.
And they already did it. And it goes back to the onus on the adult. Exactly. The adult has their wherewithal. They know right from wrong. They know the laws. We can't just trust a child's judgment, even if they are consenting, because legally a child can't consent legally.
Right.
Wait. In some states.
Well, 16.
Some states in the Midwest is 15.
There's numbers and all of that stuff.
All I'm saying is just to clarify for people that's listening. It's not the same across the board, and I think that's one of our major problems.
It ain't 18 across the board.
That's one of our major problems.
Go ahead.
Even in the states where the age of consent is lower, they typically have statutes that prohibit teachers from engaging in sexual activities.
Yes. Now let me tell you why. It's the same reason why in the military a ranking officer should not date an enlisted. They don't because it's Al, you can speak on this because you're military.
They have influence.
It's a power structure in that if a ranking officer tells you an order, it could be seen as an abuse of power if they're influencing you or offering you quid pro quo and all the legal terms. know what I'm saying? So that's why they don't encourage officers to date and marry enlisted. I know it happens, but they don't encourage it. They encourage officers to date officers, enlisted to date enlisted. Am I right or wrong, Al?
You're right. No, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Where am I
Because
wrong?
even as an enlisted, you can still outrank me.
So you're right. An enlisted can outrank an
So
officer.
if I'm a E4
You're right.
or if I'm a E7
Yeah.
and the girl is an E5,
Yeah.
she dates me, that's a problem because I outrank her. So
There
she
you
has to listen to me regardless because
Right.
my rank is higher than hers. So it's no different from enlisted and officer.
Okay. Great clarifying point. Great
Then you
clarifying
could
point.
be an E4, and I did my what do you call that?
Not basic training?
School. Not basic training. The
ROTC?
You do it in school. ROTC. You did ROTC. You kind of like jump over too.
Yeah, you do. Yep. Because when you finish ROTC and you finish college, you come out as an officer.
But here's the deal though. Regardless if you jump or not, if the ranking is not 100% equal, there's a problem. Because an E5 can tell anybody under an E5 what to do in the entire country.
Yeah.
So it's the rankings work through the entire country.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think the military has a point, you know, you don't want to abuse power. They have a lot of experience with rank and file and order. So they that's smart. We should think about that. That's why, for instance, you shouldn't really, you got to be careful if you date a coworker. You got to be, careful because sometimes if the coworker is a superior and if it could be seen that there's been favors given or favorage given, because of whatever. It's like the sister in Atlanta. Who was that sister in Atlanta? Was it an attorney?
Miss Fannie Willis.
Miss Willis.
Fani.
Excuse me, Kara. Fani. I'm sorry.
Fani Willis was dating another one of her peers. Am I right? She was dating another attorney. Kara, Corey.
Her to report, not her peer. She was his boss.
Oh Lord Jesus, that's even worse.
Yes.
Huh.
So no, all you do is I think we're too damn sensitive. No, bottom line is if my boss is fine, fuck it, I'll find a new job. That woman can change.
But she might
life.
be the one, right, Al? She might be the one.
Yes. And my life is bigger than that bullshit ass job.
Well, you know what, Al? Hey, you're brilliant. Because you're right. Because you're right. Before I do anything improprietous or unprofessional, hey, you know what? I quit. Be here at 7.
Yeah.
Be here
That's
at
where
7.
I'm at now.
And I don't want you with no drawers on. I don't want you with no drawers on. And I want you with your corporate badge. That's right. Wear your badge, bring your clipboard, and have your drawers off when you get here.
What is wrong with y'all tonight?
Now, and the good thing about that is, shit, we can stay at the same job, get that money, and we be good.
Yeah.
But I don't shit where I eat, and that's why I'm still single. I've been around some very wealthy, well-to-do people, and I won't shit where I eat. Because
Yvette, that's cap. Because look where you live, that's where you eat, and that's where you shit. That's cap.
Hey man, Al Tariq is on one tonight. Al is in rare form. Al said you actually do shit where you eat. It's called your home. It's called your home. It's called your residence. And when you pay bills, you actually do shit where you eat. This is a wonderful episode, man. This is great. I love it.
So bad. I'm so happy I came on here to get roasted.
right. Aye. Okay. So we're talking. You know what, guys? Real talk. We have covered the topic of student and teacher relationships really well. I'm sure we could get into what more teachers should or shouldn't do and what students should or shouldn't do. But now we've gotten into peer-to-peer and subordinate and subordinate and outranking. We've talked about all that. Wonderful conversation. We're not going to stay on too much longer because I know it's getting late. So I want to bring it around to this. Al kind of answered it already. When is it appropriate to break the rules? And I'm not talking about with kids. We're past kids. We're now talking about adults. When is it appropriate to be unprofessional at work, to break the rules at church, to break the rules in the military? When is it you meet the love of your life, the potential love of your life, because you think they might be the love of your life, but you still need a little more runtime with them to figure it out. But you meet someone, let's go with Sheena. Sheena, you meet someone, they might be the love of your life, and you just like, man, this really feels right. But I don't know, maybe it's a client customer type relationship, consultant client relationship. Maybe it's a military thing. When do you say, I'm going to risk it all and I'm going to date this person? Or, I'm just going to, when do you do that, Sheena? Or do you?
I don't. Like, I'm not a big risk taker, so
No?
mm-mm.
The love of your life?
I don't, because
Can
this
I
is the
go
thing.
next?
I don't mix work and pleasure. So if they work with me, I don't want to mix that together. I'd rather for us not. Because my thing is, if we fall out, say we are dating and we fall out, I still got to see you because we work together. I'd rather not put those two together.
Okay.
See, and that's where I have a problem.
Okay, speak on it.
I think we're so focused on the negative that we miss out on the positive. So if you're focusing on, what if I'm the man of your life and the man of your dreams, and we never have a fallout?
Right.
Why focus on if we fall out versus focusing on if he's the one?
I'll tell you
Because
why.
the thing is you gonna have trials and tribulations, storms. You're gonna get into it with the person that you're dealing with, period.
Yeah.
True.
So
True.
it's not that I'm looking at it negatively. It's just, that's just life. It happens. When you get married, in relationships or whatever, you get into arguments. You have disagreements.
True, and you're right. And there's two things that go with that. One, you're an adult, so you know right from wrong. And two, you gotta have self-control.
Yeah, but Al.
No.
You can have all those things, but you're still going to run into having a disagreement or argument with the person that you're dealing with.
No. Hold up, Dave. I understand that, and I know that this is a worldwide problem, and this is the problem with people in general. Everybody's lying to each other. I have self-control. I could date you. We could be at the same office. You could piss me off. Won't nobody in the world know, because that's our money.
Okay, but women don't work like that because we emotional.
There you go.
Now we know.
There you go. Come on now.
Hold on
Come
now.
on, Kara.
Because ain't nobody gonna get between me and my bag. Let's be
emotional.
clear.
What you say?
Ain't nobody separating me from my bag.
And see, and I like that response, because again, she's the type of person that can date a person like me on the job, because she knows she's taking care of business.
So
that's
Kara,
our money.
Kara,
we can handle our bullshit.
I'm gonna put you on the spot. I'm gonna put you on the spot, Kara. All right, you and Al are co-workers, and y'all are kind of talking. You trying to figure out what it is. And Al going for a hug, and he accidentally pinched your nipple. Now what? Are you going to HR, or are you just gonna ain't nobody messing up my bag? What happens here?
I go and walk away. Keep it moving.
All right.
Yeah. Now what?
And then I'm gonna send him a little nasty text from my office. Keep playing.
Okay. All right.
Turn around and fair play.
You're a grown woman up in here.
Don't turn your back in the lunch line, Pooh, because I'm gonna get you.
That's right.
Okay.
Now, see my point. My point.
Yeah.
Two adults that know what
I do see my point. Both of y'all get fired. Okay, they had that shit on camera. Y'all both get
I'm not
fired.
gonna snitch on her, and she ain't gonna snitch on me. So how we gonna get
And
fired?
you know what? I'm gonna tell you how, Al, because y'all gonna keep that mess going throughout the relationship, and it's gonna go from a pinch to a caress to a whoop to whoop. And who knows what's gonna happen in the break room on camera, because y'all don't know when to quit. I can see that.
Let me say this, Dave, and this is to Al and Kara's point. Most grown people in the workplace, when I had a relationship with somebody that I worked with, no one knew.
Okay.
Nobody do.
Talk about it. Know what I mean?
But why though?
That
Tell me
part.
why.
You know,
Because you
you
were
know,
worried about the way it might look. You worried
worried.
about.
No, I'm a grown ass man. I don't want people in my business.
Okay.
That part. Who
Yeah.
you sleep
Yeah,
with
my
and who
friends
you go to bed with
always
should be nobody's business at all. And I don't
Exactly.
understand, even with the whole gay and lesbian stuff, why are we all caught up with who goes to bed? I don't give a damn what you do in your bedroom. Stay out of
Right.
mine. I'm gonna stay out of yours.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell
That's
you
the
why.
problem I
You
have
know
with the
why?
world
You know
right
why? You know why I can't date? If Destiny worked with me, you know why we couldn't date at work?
now. Why?
I'm gonna tell you
Why,
why.
Dave?
Because you
Because
would
the
be
minute
creeping
the
into her
minute the
eye
minute one of them
window.
lawyers, the minute one of them lawyers was like, "So Destiny, we should have a coffee talk and discuss." I'd be like, "What you got to discuss?"
That's
So
because
you
you don't
have,
have no self
so you have no
control.
Yeah,
control.
I don't
That's
care.
your
I don't
problem.
care.
That's
I
your
don't
problem.
care. I
And
don't
that,
care.
and
I
Thank
don't
you,
care.
Al.
here's the problem.
I
There
don't
we
That
care.
is a
go.
problem. That's
There
a
we
problem.
go.
Ain't no coffee talk happening,
Emotional.
Playboy.
That's an emotional action.
Dave,
Ain't
that's
no
a
ain't no
problem.
Hey,
coffee
Dave.
talk.
Hey,
Dave,
you
this was
my
a situation you made up in your head just now. Relax.
no,
Yeah.
no.
Well,
You
hey,
Yes.
and I'm
you my
handling it.
boy.
Well,
Shoulders
You
And I'm
But
my
he
down.
boy.
handling
I
it.
that's
love you
I'm
right.
to death.
handling it, Kara. I don't like the way that
Take
nigga
the
looked at
shoulders
her.
at you.
No,
I don't
you
like the
my
way he
boy.
looked at her.
Yo,
Calm,
Dave,
Looking for
you
calm
which
my
down.
way
boy,
he
and I
in, because
love
I
you
don't
to
see
death.
him.
Hey,
Dave,
I
you're
think that
showing
dude
signs
earlier
of
today
He's in my
offered coffee.
Where he at?
where he at?
Can't see.
Right.
Kara, he's in my mind. He's in my mind. I don't like him.
Des,
you
I'm
pulling
gonna say a
these
little prayer for
unicorns
you
out the
tonight,
sky.
girl.
I don't like
Hold
him.
on. So hold on, Dave. Let me ask you a question then. Because
Yeah.
I've been out on a date before at a club, and I was with at that time my girl and her friend, and I'm standing behind them, and this dude tried to holler at him. So do you think I got in between them? No.
You
I
watched
let
her.
her. I watched her,
Yeah.
and I let her do what she's supposed to do,
Yeah.
and
I
she
mean,
said
listen,
no.
I agree with that. Listen, I'm kind of half joking, but I'm kind of not. And here's what I mean. And I guess I need to be clear in my hypotheticals. When you're talking to somebody, that's different than being married. You know what I'm saying? We talking to somebody, Al, and you know what? I'm not. Matter of fact, hold on. Where is my button? Hey, man. Oh, I want to do this so bad. I just want to be like, get out, just go somewhere.
Okay.
Al.
All right. Oh man, don't do
And
that.
then,
'cause
no,
you
then
know
it's
his Wi-Fi
Wi-Fi.
gonna
No,
leave.
and then
Just
it's
take him
Wi-Fi.
out
I know.
anyway.
Yeah, it's Wi-Fi.
Go ahead, finish your spill. Finish your spill.
Here's all I'm saying. Here's all I'm saying, y'all. I agree that you got to keep your composure. You got to keep it player. You got to keep it G, right? But then there's times when there's just that dude he too comfy. You got to kind of like, you got to pee on her lawn. You got to let them know, hey man, she's spoken for. Like, bro, what are you doing? It's not about what she's doing. I trust her 1,000%, but I gotta let them jokers know, Dave ain't no B. You're not gonna walk up and accidentally graze my woman's nipples. You're not gonna walk up and do an Al, and that ain't happening up in here. That's
Is
not
that
happening.
is that your job or
Didn't you
hers?
choose a woman of integrity? Don't you think she'll be able to handle that? See, if
Right.
you got the
I
right
know
one,
she
gonna
know
shut
she
that
can.
shit down.
I
She
know
gonna
she
shut it
can, but
down.
I know she can. But guess what? There's moments when I just want to let them, hey, bruh, don't.
But then don't. But I mean, if y'all working in the same place, you cannot jeopardize the income of the household. So
I'll
that means
I'll get another
be true.
job.
If you see her
Matter of
in a
fact,
situation where she
we'll
cannot,
get another job.
that's when
What's the matter,
So
Master?
step to
We
the table.
sick?
If she's
Yeah, we
handling
sick.
it,
We
so
sick.
that's your
Yvette.
ego, Dave. That's your
Hey,
ego.
hey,
yeah.
Yvette, he is a
I've had.
Scorpio.
Yes, he is. Oh my goodness.
The difference for me though is my ability to shut somebody down has nothing to do whether or not I'm single or taken.
Come on, Kara. Come on.
I'm not playing those games.
I like
Don't
that.
play
Kara,
with me.
like, look, don't play with me. Kara said,
I'm
don't
not
play in my
interested.
face.
Now, as much as I say I can handle dating somebody at work, I would be not sure if the other person could handle it.
That part, exactly. That part.
What do you mean? Please explain.
What she's saying is she could
hold on.
date me at the office, but she definitely can't date you.
That's not what I gathered. That's not what I gathered. Dirtbag. Okay, but
I'm
Kara,
just
can you
saying.
please explain? Please explain what you meant.
You don't know what you're getting. Is it going to be a person who's insecure or has issues? If you
Oh,
have
that's what you meant, Al.
earlier late
That's what
thing,
I got
you
it.
know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah.
No, that's a great point because Al is right. Listen, this is all hyperbole. I'm having fun. right? The truth of the matter is this: I am protective of my woman, and I do consider my wife to be way leagues greater than whatever girlfriend I ever had. Right? I always took marriage very serious, and yeah, and I am a Scorpio. You know, I like people to know. Hey, listen. One thing about Dave, I'm gonna claim my woman. When I got one, she on my Instagram. I'm talking about her. I'm talking about love. I mean, I'm saying her name. I put it out there, but I only put it out there when I'm ready. I've never been ashamed to claim my woman. And here's I'm landing my plane, Al. I think that, you know, sometimes it's good when your woman knows you're not ashamed. And you're at work. Okay, you're at work and it's all professional, but you got the young dude that don't know what's up and he real slick, you know, and then you like hey baby, so what are we eating tonight? You cooking tonight or am I cooking? What we doing? And it's, oh my God, oh, that's your wife. I'm sorry, Mr. David. I didn't understand. And it's like, yeah, Joker, take a look at the rings. Take a look at how we pull up at the job together. Take a look at how we, you know, how I graze her nipple by accident. It's not by accident. That's mine.
But now let me ask you, what makes you think anybody paying attention to your ass coming back and forth to work?
I mean, Al, you're right. They may or may not be, but they are always. I'm talking about either the woman that's interested in the married man,
all right,
or the young guy that don't even know the woman's married. He's so oblivious. He don't know what's up. You gotta kind of let him know, hey, bro, like calm your little young behind down. She's a married woman.
No, I get it. I get what you're saying. However, here's the point that I was going to make with you. It's like as we are maturing and getting up there in age, I don't date without a purpose. So the woman that I'm dating, I'm treating her as if we're already married, if that's the common goal. Right. So whether she's my wife or my girlfriend, it's one of the same. Okay. And so my point is this: I will leave it up to her to handle certain situations until it deems necessary that it looks like she's not handling it the way it should be handled, and then I'll step in.
And that's how it should be.
100. I agree with that 110%. I've been in relationships and I've had situations where people are inappropriate. Discuss it with my partner. Couple times I tried. Then he got to pull up at the job. Then you got to talk to him, sir. God bless you.
Yep. Right. Yeah.
And
but now, if we both work there, now I agree with Dave. I'm gonna see it, and then I'm gonna watch him. And then the minute he run up again, I gotta make a male presence. For men, some men don't know how to take no for an answer from a woman.
Yeah. That's right.
Until they get that male to run up on them.
Now the reason I came the way I did earlier is because I'm the guy that I'm gonna preemptively strike. I'm gonna preemptively, you know, as you say, pee on her lawn, handcuff her. I'm gonna let it be known, even at work, in the most professional of manners. But hey, y'all do realize this is a married woman, and by the way, she's married to me.
Now, once you put it out there like that, cool. But if you don't broadcast it, you got a cat like me that see her ass and want to brush up against her, and I'm gonna keep doing it until you run up on me and be like, "Yo, bro, that's me."
But before once I see my man doing his little pee on and trying to make his mark, I'm taking my little heels all the way to HR. So that should anything happen, it's already been documented that I've been saying this Joker pushing up on me.
The Al Tariq has been, Al Tariq lick his lips every time he say your name. Yeah.
Here's a report against my man. I got my paperwork.
You already got his back. You got his back. No, and you know what, y'all? And I know we're having fun. Wait a minute. Hold on. Look at Michelle. Al, this is for you. Michelle said Al be like,
yeah.
Al, in internet terms, you getting older too because you got your phone. Yo, in their terms, those are two breasts and Al's hand.
Pinching the nipple.
We having a great time.
That's
But
funny.
Russian
but
nipples.
but look,
You
y'all.
tweaking. Corey was tweaking nipples. He said,
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Come on. Corey
How
going to
I end
jail.
up in this
Corey,
conversation?
Corey, if
Every
you
time.
accidentally do that to your coworker, just go ahead and call the police. You're not gonna make it. You're not gonna
"You
make
going
it.
to jail?"
You're not gonna make it.
No, no.
Oh man. And hey, you know what, Corey? I could say a name, but I'm not gonna say it. I'll text you.
No names. No names.
Yeah. No, and this is a social media influencer and one time I was out and Corey was like, man,
Oh, yeah.
Corey's like, Dave, man, if you ever meet her, and I actually met the
Oh.
influencer and I was able to call Corey. I said, hey, Corey, I got your girl right out here. He said, who? And she was like, I heard you think I'm cute. And, you know, she was real cool. She was super, super gracious.
Yes, you were. Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, yeah.
What city is
yeah.
she in? I want to meet her.
LA.
Al, you're off limits. No.
LA.
You're
Hey,
inappropriate.
Al.
You're gonna
Al,
be
yeah.
inappropriate.
I'll let Corey talk to you offline about it.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah. So no. But yeah, y'all, I feel like yeah, you know, when you have boundaries like work, like church, like rank, and we laughing, but think about how many people at church date and don't tell nobody they're dating.
It's the same thing in the workplace, though.
Same thing.
Yeah, but now we got the spiritual context of your moral behavior outside of the workplace. If the workplace is the church, the actual church building, right? Church romances extend past the building because they're like, you shouldn't be doing
Right.
Bruh, I never forget this, man. One of my schoolmates at Georgia Tech was a pastor. I didn't know he was a pastor, but I did know he was a preacher because he used to evangelize. Y'all know after I graduated, I eventually went to his church. And when I went to his church, I said, hey, you went to GT? He's like, yeah. I said, oh, man, I didn't know you was pastoring. He said, man, I've been pastoring this church the whole time. I said, wow, in college? He was like, yeah, man. I said, wow, God bless you. You know, he really had a gift. No one knew, y'all. You know, after I got married and moved on with my life, I found out he married the leader of the praise team. And she was a divorced woman with like 2 kids. And when I tell you no one knew that the pastor and the leader of the praise team were even talking, like you had no concept. I had a public, oh yeah, I'm engaged. No, okay, oh, Brother David getting married. No one knew that pastor such and such, an old girl, and now they're happily married. And I'm just telling you, at church, people keep stuff so under wraps for various reasons, and you have no idea.
They know.
Not
They try
only
to.
in church, Dave.
They try to.
Hold on, Al. Talk to me, Corey. You said they try to. Talk to me. You didn't see something. You seen something go farther than it needs to?
Oh, good Lord, yes. It's called church. Church is like, come on, man. It's ghetto. You know, it's all of that in one.
Right. Yeah.
Don't just because you got a staple. I mean, you know, it's in that setting doesn't mean ain't mess going on. It's a lot of mess going on.
My pastor used to call ladies that would wear short skirts Tanya High Thigh.
Who?
See what I'm saying?
Tanya High Thigh.
And why he
High thigh.
Because her mini dress would be and he be like, Brother David, I'm preaching, and I look out and all I see is women crossing their legs. And you know, meaning like their skirts really short, and when they cross their legs, you ain't see nothing but thighs.
Yeah.
And you got to be living right. You better know the Lord.
Sharon Stone.
Sharon Stone, Sharon Stone did. She revealed. She went like, yeah. She was like this, and she went, yeah, and then came back.
In a slow motion.
In slow motion. You just.
What did she say, Dave? She said, yeah.
She was here. She was here, right? Where am I? Okay, she was here. And she was like, yeah, and then came back that way.
See,
she said, hello.
That's how Al hug. Al hug like this. Al come in and hug a woman like that.
I ain't seen
y'all
you
all
in
need to
so
go to church right now. We need to go to church. Y'all need to go.
I prefer private relationships. I was getting with somebody who want to post pictures. No, you don't need to post me.
Yeah, I feel you. Well, hey guys, look, I feel like we have we've covered everything. I feel like we've now crossed over into other territory. And before we go too far into the after dark territory, I'm gonna stop. Okay? Because I don't want my fiance like, who's Tanya High Thigh? It's a hypothetical, babe. And she don't exist. All right. So anyway,
You've been pulling unicorns out the sky all night.
All night.
we went, I gotta paint the picture. That's what a good co-host does. He paints the picture. Gives y'all something to talk about. Tanya High Thigh. Now we know that Al hugs like this. And we know that Corey hugs like
Tweet. Can you hear me now?
Right.
Turn it on.
Right,
Hey, wait. And we know Yvette shits where she eats.
Right. Yvette shit where she eat. And you better put some money on the AC, on the electric bill. And she not playing. And we know that Kara like where? How?
Where?
Where?
I'm just trying to see.
Kara, like, I'm just trying to see. Help me.
I like your hair like that,
know.
Kara, too. I like your hair in the front. It looks good.
Yeah.
It's getting hot up down here.
Nice. Hey guys, I really appreciate everybody for making it. Listen, you guys, thanks for joining every week. I really want to say thank you to all of you for being faithful lifers and faithful panelists. I don't always have the topic. I don't always know where we going, but once we get here, it's going to be good. And I will say this: I listened to the media all week. I listened to our memes and our comments we send all week, and I believe it was Sophie that sent the teacher meme this week. I believe Sophie sent that. So I thought that was a good thing to talk about. So thank you guys for coming in, going with the flow, and adding to the show. I really appreciate y'all.
And since we add disclaimers, I just want to let everybody know when I'm late, it ain't because I'm on BP time. I'm actually a head basketball coach for my son's basketball team. And so on Thursdays, we have our practice. So it takes me a minute to wrap up and get back.
Exactly. So Al has already let me know. Al has already let me know he has a standing appointment, and Al jumps on. So I appreciate it. And mostly everyone communicates. In fact, everyone does communicate. I think we've all gotten used to saying, hey, I'm going to be here. I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be a little late, etc. So thank you for joining. And in the instances where you guys can't join, you know what? It's always still turned out to be a decent show. Other people, like last week, you got to watch last week. It was a dope show last week, man. And for those that are into the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef, I have, I thought it was going to be a 4-part episode of Dave Life TV News to discuss the beef, but I may have to slice it. It may end up being like an 8 or 10 part, because I went through yesterday with a comedian named Uncle Dolomite. He's an LA native, and he's a big Kendrick fan, and he's from Compton. So he broke down the beef for us. I had Jasmine Sweets from Sweet Serenade. She broke down the beef. And then comedian Tony Love from our After Dark podcast, he jumped in and broke down the beef from his standpoint. That will be coming out in the following days, so make sure you guys watch. And I'm working on getting some interviews, y'all. I want to add an interview component to the show where it'll be a one-on-one type interview, but I want to interview some notable people. I'll just say that. So you guys be praying about that. And I will say this: if you ever want to get involved, this is for anyone on here. You want to get involved on something that Dave Life TV makes other than After Dark, let me know. We can expand. We can add. I'm trying to grow the channel, and I feel like Dave Life TV is a network. So think of it as like, BET, CNN is a network. So we're going to add different personalities, different shows, and let's just develop stuff and keep going, man. All right?
Great.
Can I say one last thing?
Yes, go ahead, Kara.
I just want to say congratulations to my line sister. She is graduating tomorrow with her PhD. I'm so excited. And so I'm traveling to Rochester. I just wanted to shout out my number 5, Monique.
Number 5, what's her line name?
Razor Sharp, baby.
Razor Sharp. Oh. Hey, congrats to Razor Sharp on a PhD. Congratulations. Yeah. Hey man, anytime anybody gets higher education, man, congrats. Anybody else want to say anything before we bounce? We about to head out. All right, cool. Hey man, I appreciate everybody for joining. Thank you, everybody. It's been a great episode, and we will see you guys next week. All right.
Later, y'all.
I
Good
appreciate
night,
y'all.
everyone. Have
Thanks,
a great
everybody.
week. Be safe.
All right, close the door on the way out. Close the door on the way out. All right, Al. Boom. Yep. Thanks, y'all. Appreciate y'all. And then boom, boom, boom. And what I'm looking for, and of course I have to find it, is I have to find my my outro music. Where is it? Dave is a little tired. I wasn't prepared for this. All right, we got that one. And then we got one more. Hey man, I appreciate y'all. If you want to support Dave Life TV, and if you want to support Dave Life After Dark, make sure you hit us on Venmo at $ Dave Life TV. That's Cash App, actually, $ Dave Life TV, or Venmo at Dave Life. Everything is pinned down below. You've been watching episode number 255 of the After Dark podcast, the student and the teacher relationship. Shout out to all of my lifers that joined. Great show. Man, I'm just thankful. I'm thankful that I'm able to do this. I'm thankful that I have friends that enjoy doing this with me. And I'm thankful that, there's good topics that comes up every week. So I appreciate y'all. All right. I'll let y'all next week, man. It's Dave Life. We will see you guys next Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. All right. Appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all. I'll holler at y'all.